Crackadona, what is the big picture?
So, for the past 80 years, this has been going on, and up until just 2017, it was not taken seriously. Now we're having congressional hearings.
Check this retard's fucking hard drive!
They can do with their minds. They can make you think. They can plant false memories. They can paralyze you.
It's roasted.
They know who to talk to and who not to talk to, which is not true of people who have delusions, or have come up with something which is a reflection of a mental illness. And the only thing that I know that behaves like that is real experience, where something has actually happened to these people. Then the question is, what has happened?
And he said he just wants to put it in my name. It's just a simple test. I don't know, it will hurt. Don't do it. Don't do it. And even though it won't hurt. And he takes a needle into my nails.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
What is the big picture?
Well, the big picture is it's progress. Can you hear me now? Is that working? For fuck's sake, man. That was a really good preamble that I just did. If only you guys could have heard it. Can you hear me? Okay. All right, let's start this over again. All right, let's try this again. All right. What do I do here? I'm going to do this. Whoa, hey guys, what a great Monday. I was pumped and now I'm totally deflated. Okay. Holy shit. You would think that I would know better with all of the problems that go awry with my technology, my little tiny studio that I have here. Every time there's an issue, and wouldn't you know it, I go live on StreamYard, I don't know, once a week for the past 4 years. And just tonight, StreamYard decides I'm going to switch his audio to some fucking shit. Some shit that he never uses. Oh, god damn it. Faded Bones, talk me off the ledge.
No, you actually should kill yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm going to. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. I asked the wrong person for sure there. Anyways, what I was saying was it seems like Iran surrendered today. Trump seemed very excited about it. He could not wait to stand under the wing of Air Force One and scream at reporters. They ask a question and then he answers whatever he feels like, related, unrelated to the question. It's always hilarious. I am not bullied by Faded Bones. He's just telling me, he's actually giving me really good advice. Okay, advice. Yeah, it seems like those good old American bombs finally did what they needed to do. You know, Lockheed Martin, those Lockheed Martin bombs, those EG&G bombs, they, you know, sometimes we forget on this podcast that Lockheed Martin, EG&G, you know, all these other aerospace companies, they not only make reverse engineered UFOs using alien technology, but they also make bombs. They make pretty neat bombs. They're pretty good, guys. Some of the best bombs, right? And we bombed these Stone Age people back in, well, I don't know. It was kind of a lateral move. We laterally moved them into the Stone Age. They were already in the Stone Age, but now they're in the Stone Age. Some more. They're even deeper in the Stone Age. I can't tell. Can you guys even hear me? Just tell me you can't hear me and I'll blow my brains out right now. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? Are you gonna oh, for fuck's sake. This is gonna bother. You guys don't understand how much these little technical snafus bug me. Oh, I'm so tempted to end the stream right now and then just restart and talk about, I don't know, video games or something. Anyways, should we check in with let's check in with that Trump, what Trump was saying earlier, where he was giving a impromptu press briefing beneath Air Force One when he dropped this bombshell that I guess Iran had come to the table. They had gotten wind that we were going to be bombing some more of their hydroelectric power plants or something like that. So they were about to be on the level of rolling blackouts like Cuba. And I think the very few remaining members of their government, if you could even call them that, finally contacted, you know, they waved their little white Iranian flags. You hear me. Thank you, Rollier Benjamin. Shout out to you in Canada. Guys, I'm stuffed up because whenever you go live, no matter how clear your sinuses are, as soon as you start talking into a microphone and people are listening to you, all of the mucus and boogers try to evacuate through your nose. In my case, a deviated septum. I was born with it. Okay. I wasn't born with it. I'm not gonna lie to you people. All right. Trump. Oh yeah, I forget. Let's bring in Faded Bones. He's brushing his hair like a homo. Ugh.
Well, Crackadona,
Imagine having hair to brush. What a piece of
Crackadona,
shit.
If I don't brush it, then all of the snails and praying mantises will lay eggs in my head. And I don't want that to happen again.
You know you want that to happen.
Well, see, I thought I did, but then they almost dug into my fucking brain tissue, and now there's like a hole the size of an old cannonball in the top of my head from when I tried to do an experiment with the insects, and they experimented on me, and I didn't appreciate it. I didn't even, dude. You know what's fucked up? I asked the doctor. I'm like, hey, dude, I have this bio jar at home, and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, listen, don't worry about it. Can you just give me the skin from the top of my head that the bugs were in? And he's like, no. And then I tried going back the next day, and I rummaged around in the biohazard thing, and I got stuck with a bunch of needles, and now I think I'm gay. So I don't want to fuck around with the snails and praying mantis eggs in my head anymore.
You know, I know how that feels. I got the results back from the doctor, and turns out my dad's gay. So
it turns
I've
out
been there,
that the
brother.
hair isn't coming back. Actually, I was waiting on it for a really long time. I went to the doctors today, and they said, Crackadona, what are you talking? And he's like, it's gonna grow back, right?
What's the buffalo effect?
The fucking the nasally thing that you're talking about when you go live.
Oh yeah.
All the mucus forms inside of your nose or whatever. It's the cow buffalo effect.
All right, here we go. Breaking news. There's so much shit reporting in the world that you literally, it used to be there was like 3 or 4 stations that you could count on. If there's a big headline, they're all going to report on it, and you could find like just like just the facts kind of things, like 1, 2, 3 down the line.
You can only find a BuzzFeed article about Trump talking about Iran
well, it looks like I'm looking at a news report that I'm about to click on, and it honestly looks like AI slop.
Probably is.
Yeah. Reports Trump's claim during G7 call. And then there's a bunch of like flashy headers and footers on it. And then there's one reporter talking very tiny in the bottom, and Trump's, I don't know. I'm not clicking on that one. All right. Well, we'll start here. So Trump tweeted this out over the weekend. He said, if Iran doesn't fully open without threat, you have to read it like that, because that he types it in all.
Without threat, they have to do it. We're going to bomb them. They're bombing on the world stage. They're going to bomb, and then we're going to bomb them. It's going to be massive.
You have to read it like that because he types it like that. And I read phonetically. So without threat. The Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours, 48 hours, because that's in all caps, from this exact point in time, the United States of America, that's us, guys, not you, Rolly Benjamin.
Were the numbers capitalized too? How did you know to yell the capitalized numbers?
What's a lowercase number?
There isn't. That was a trick question.
Wait, is a decimal a lowercase number?
No, a decimal is a gay number that doesn't exist.
Oh, okay. The United States of America will hit and obliterate their various power plants, starting with the biggest one first! ! Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump! He capitalizes his name. It's pretty good. So he put that out over the weekend. And wouldn't you know, 48 hours later, Trump is going on sort of a celebratory, engaging with the press, like patting himself on the back. Let's see here. Latest. Maybe we can find something. All right. I'm just going to have to go to YouTube here, I think. Because, I don't know how other streamers are able to pull up stories so quickly on X. I'm never able to.
Loaded.
Yeah, I can't have 150 tabs open, or else my computer will start smoking. Not gonna lie, I've not been able to figure this out. But are you for or against Trump? So my stance has always been with any politician, Amber. You take them on a you judge them by their merits, right? So like Trump is an idiot, right? And he says a bunch of stupid shit and he's kind of embarrassing to have as a president, but then he does a bunch of cool shit that like, I'm like, yes, like I can get behind that. Like he wants to get all the immigrants out. He wants to, like that fucking Maduro thing. I don't care whose side you're on. That was so fucking lit. Where he flew in there and in 3 hours they kidnapped the president of a foreign country and they didn't do shit. And we made all their guys like have schizophrenic episodes and vomit blood uncontrollably with our secret space weapons that we use. We strapped him to a helicopter. What's up, Amber? Or excuse me, Faded Bones.
Wow.
Sorry, you guys. I confuse you two very easily.
I owe a little bit. I get some head tonight. Anyway, they're like psionically making them kill each other. They're like making them see their comrades as like the enemy, and they're all killing each other. There's one like Jewish retard at the bottom of the boat who's like psionically capable, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna make all these guys kill each other." Oh yeah, but he's like Stephen Hawking level retarded, because you know retarded people have heightened psionic ability. That's why I say that.
Yeah, like dogs and cats,
like me.
Yeah, sure. Everything's not about you, but sure. Yeah. Retards, dogs, and cats, and Faded Bones. All right. We're just going to watch this Cash Jordan video. Guys, if you don't know who Cash Jordan is, you need to subscribe to him on YouTube. He puts out like semi long form videos, but they're always like pretty, he covers all of the main points that like the news used to cover. He's slightly right leaning in his views, but so am I sometimes. So there you go.
Just moments ago,
on Iran. Look
quote,
at
I
this.
am pleased to report that the U.S. and Iran have had over the last 2
There he
days
is under
very
Air
good
Force
and
One.
productive conversations
Very excited.
regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities
dude.
in the
Give
Middle
me
East.
some.
Whoa.
That's good.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yinks
This
is
is
live in
great.
Tel Aviv with the
Well, what
latest.
does it
Trey, does
mean?
that catch you by surprise?
Absolutely. This is a major development. President Trump taking to Truth Social, not only to say there are very good and productive conversations taking place between the United States and Iran, but he goes on to say he's ordered the Department of War to postpone for at least 5 days strikes against Iran.
Since me and
This
Crackadona,
better be on topic.
It's about the guy. Me and Crackadona are so blindly, retardedly autistic that we need to have like a soy goy guy at the bottom left of the screen reacting to everything that happens, or else I won't know how to react. If there isn't facial cues, then I don't know how I'm supposed to feel, Crackadona.
Well, I'm glad it helps you, but I do enjoy Cash Jordan's take on things. He's a smart
Cash
guy.
Jordan, more like get hung by the neck and killed.
Well, he definitely has a comic book name, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Energy and power infrastructure.
ceasefire.
This comes after the president issued that
Sort of.
ultimatum over the weekend about opening the Strait of Hormuz. We don't have any additional
So there is a ceasefire. There's a 5-day ceasefire that has been enacted. I'll get that out there.
information
had
at
Orson
this point
Pope,
into
by
the
the way.
president's thinking about
I
this.
know, I
But this
told
is
him
a
to get me
president who has
some.
applied immense pressure on the Iranian regime through thousands of airstrikes over the past 3 weeks. And
Yeah.
this, again, is
What's
a
up,
president
Pop
who in the
Pepper X?
past has
Sorry, I didn't
indicated
see you
he
there.
prefers a diplomatic option when one is available. The images you see here are Iranian ballistic missiles soaring through the skies of Israel over the
This whole thing might be over, and the regime may have just surrendered.
Many, like 15
Maybe.
points. 15 points. Well, they're not going to have a nuclear weapon. That's number one. That's number 1, 2, and 3. They will never have a nuclear weapon. They've agreed to
That's
that.
a good one,
We
too.
are in the throes
That's what
of
got us into this mess.
a real possibility of making a deal. And I think if I were a betting man, I'd bet for it. But again,
I say what you want about Trump, but isn't it really incredible that after the Maduro raid and we got Maduro out of there in a record time with a very it's everything you think the American military is capable of and then some. And we did that. And then Trump decides he's like, this Iran shit has been a thorn in our side for fucking over 30 years. Every president has passed the problem on to the next president. And if Trump is able to wrap this up in a timely manner, what are we, like a little under a month? And no boots on the ground either. Obama gave them billions of dollars and they still were enriching uranium, you know? it's really incredible what the American military can do when you actually use it in a way that is meaningful, right? And not to mention, we already got Cuba on the ropes and we haven't even done anything to them. They're just looking around, they're looking over their shoulder. Anyway. Well, there would have to be some sort of military strikes. I mean, there's really not a lot there to finish off. I just hope that when we strike it, Hassan Piker is still there. You know what I mean?
Not guaranteeing anything.
A real
I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back.
But they're still fighting.
Striking back against Iran's storage facilities for these missiles, going after many of not only the production lines, but where they keep these missiles.
And they're still
launchers.
destroying the military.
We understand they've been quite successful in those strikes, although the Iranians are still able to get off much of the incoming missile fire here to Israel.
So the discussions took place yesterday. They went into yesterday evening. They want very much to make a deal. We'd like to make a deal too. We're going to get together today by probably phone because it's very hard to find a country. It's very hard for them to get out, I guess.
Yeah, they're trapped.
But we'll at some point very, very soon meet. We're doing a 5-day period. We'll see how that goes. And if it goes well, we're going to end up with settling this. Otherwise, we'll just keep bombing our little hearts out.
Oh, and notice who he doesn't say he's meeting with. He doesn't say he's meeting with this mysterious Ayatollah figure who the world has not seen yet. We've seen his cardboard cutout. He's apparently unavailable for some reason, has not been seen in person since he was anointed supreme leader of the country, which makes you wonder who Iran's got running the show.
Yeah, and a lot of this is cloudy. This is certainly a major...
Oh, okay. So we have a third worlder here. America is losing the war. By what metric are you measuring this on? You're just a delusional person. Yeah, I mean, toilet thugging
by 100 Indian people.
Yeah, this has got to be these comments have been typed by brown fingers. I can only imagine.
Well, they're stained brown because of
Fox News is your source. I don't ever watch Fox News. I scour the internet and I take from everywhere. But that's fine. You can cope however you feel like you need to cope. We just dropped over 2,000 bombs on this fucking piece of shit country, and they're surrendering in a little under a month. Big scary Iran turned out to not be so scary, and now they're gonna do whatever we tell them to do.
Crackadona.
Got it?
Guess what? It's a woman.
This is one of those things where they're like, Iran has been super copium on the internet. They've been posting a lot of AI videos of them blowing up our aircraft carriers. It's so hilarious, dude. And when is Iran? They're like, any moment now, Iran's gonna launch their counterattack. Yeah, well, we're on like the third generation of their leadership. Like when we killed the Ayatollah, all of his head generals and all the people who run his government, then their replacements came in and we killed all of them. And then now we're on the third version where it's like basically the mailman, the milkman, and the secretary have like stepped in into the command boots.
The office. That's what it looks like in Iran.
It's like, it's such a cope. These people that think that, yeah, America's losing. By what metric? We've lost like 6 people. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm being delusional. Okay, buddy. They brought down 3 of our fighter jets. No, they did not. They definitely did not do that. 2 of them were shot down by our allies by accident. And I forget what happened with the third one, but no, Iran has not shot down any of our 5th generation fighter jets. They do not have the capabilities to do that.
You couldn't mean
But even
Israel.
I'll tell you what, anonymous, slot mafasio. Yeah, that's definitely some Middle Eastern shit. Slot mafioso. Mafioso? I don't know. Whatever kind of retarded name you made up for yourself on the internet. Let's say they did shoot down 3 jets. Do you know how many jets we have? Many more than you do, and than Iran does, and we've controlled the airspace from day one, basically. Day one. So, I mean, not a lot of your jets get shot down when you control the airspace. Just saying. Also, we bombed all of their missile silos and underground facilities. They have nothing left, brother. Give it up. Iran isn't falling for America's bluffs. This has got to be a troll, dude. Okay. All right. Good for you, man. All I know is if this war is not affecting my income, my food, or anything personal in my life, shout out to the people, but it is what it is. War is war. Money, money, money. Well, of course it's about money. It's about money, security, and just like Iran's the bully on the block in the Middle East, and nobody likes them, right? The only people that liked Iran is North Korea and Barack Obama. Those people liked Iran. They like to give them money and weapons and oil, but that's it. Oh yeah, any minute now. Is this SIG? This is like some SIG hot takes. Oh, now you're American? You're not American. No American would talk like that. It's plain to see. Listen,
close.
It's not even close. It's so obvious, dude. It's like not even like fuck Trump, fuck like Republicans and Democrats, whatever, dude. Turn on the news, any news that you want to pick. It's not going good for Iran. Give me a fucking break. Yeah, they've been attacking us for 47 years. There's a couple of terrorist incidents. Not to mention, they're the largest state funder of terrorism in the world, right? Like they fund like Hezbollah and Al Qaeda or whatever. All these different factions of terrorists that go into these different countries and our own. You know, they plot and they're killing Americans regardless of how you look at it. They're doing it in a roundabout way. They chant death to America all the time. That's enough for me. Like words hurt and harm. Okay. Iran, words hurt and harm. Words are fighting. Those are fighting words. Death to America. And
Sticks
now
and stones may break my bones, but our missiles will turn you to dust. I'm
That's
gonna go
true.
stand off screen for half an hour and pretend that I'm showering. So don't ask me a question because it's gonna really make me want to come back on stream and be like,
Oh, well, I'm asking you all kinds of questions now.
all right, cool. I'm gonna go.
Major
stand off
development,
screen.
Marnie, because really since this conflict started, this is the first time that any leader of any party involved in the war has taken any steps backwards, any steps
We already
toward
bombed their
de-escalation
little,
rather
that
than
little
moving forward
oil
with
refinery
escalation.
island.
But again,
It's
there's a
over.
lot we don't know. President Trump says
Those troops
that
are being-
there
what
is a
troops? There's no troops on the
15-point plan
ground.
that
No,
the
you don't-
United
you have
States,
no
that
idea
he
what you're
says
talking
Steve
about.
Witkoff and Jared Kushner
Honestly, it's
have
kind
been
of sad.
negotiating with the
And I know
Iranians for
very
the last
little,
2
but I
days.
Wow.
We
way
did
more
not know
informed
that
than
there
you,
was
my
any
friend.
behind-the-scenes
No idea.
negotiation. And in fact, right now, still, the Iranian side denies that any of this ever happened.
Yeah, they're denying
President
it.
Trump claims that not only did this happen, that it's actually moving forward in the right direction. He says it's productive, and for that reason, he says
It's
he's
so
calling
pathetic.
off
They
his
just-
own 48-hour
They
ultimatum.
can't admit loss.
Where
They'll
he
never,
said the
they'll
U.S. was going to
never
be striking
publicly
Iranian
admit to
power
fully
plants.
surrendering, but
And
that's
he
exactly
says now,
what they're going to
because
do.
there is some progress, that's not going to happen at least for the next 5 days.
But this is a
I'll tell you what we can't have. We can't have a Trump in this, in one of these press conferences that he gave earlier today. He referred to them, we're working with the regime. We cannot have done all of this for there to still be a regime. That has got to go. They have to reform their government. It cannot be a Islamic caliphate. Or otherwise they're going, Trump will be a humongous laughingstock and I will never take anything he does seriously again. Yeah, Iran needs to be totally different when we come out the other side of this.
confusing situation because we've got people who are negotiating and then we've got other people who are on TV saying we're not negotiating and they're denying it. Like, who's in charge
That's a
in
great
this
point,
country? Has the
SSF. I
country
didn't
already
think of that.
collapsed?
But while the focus was there in the south of Israel, regional focus also on the Strait of Hormuz, where President Trump referenced over the weekend the possibility of conducting additional strikes that appear now to be off the table, at least for 5 days. I asked Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu about that post.
Yeah, what's Israel going to say?
President Trump said that if in 48 hours the Iranians don't open the Strait of Hormuz, that there will be strikes against the power grids in Iran. Will you participate in those strikes, and what do you think should happen next in this campaign?
I think President Trump knows exactly what he's doing,
Bull,
and whatever we do
this
together.
guy is evil, pure
and as far as
evil,
possible
this
in confidence.
motherfucker.
Wow.
And let's not lose sight of what is actually taking place here. This motherfucker goaded us into doing this, right? Like, yeah, sure, Iran is a piece of shit country. They've always been there, poking us and killing our people along the way, but they weren't an immediate threat, right? At least as far as I know. What do I know as much as the CIA or whatever? But Israel for sure pulled us into this. They've been itching for it for years and years, and they got us into the first Iraq war. The entire reason that we went into the first Iraq war for weapons of mass destruction was because Israel gave us that intel, and turns out there was not weapons of mass destruction there. Israel is enacting the Greater Israel Project, or whatever the fuck it's called. And I think that they see this as their last chance to get Iran out of the picture with 3 years left in the Trump administration, because who knows what the fuck's going to happen. This is Benjamin Netanyahu's big crescendo in his political career. He's not getting any younger. And they have this weird, it's not a weird thing, it's an evil thing, where I forget what the exact word for it is, but it's some Jewish word where it means if you're an enemy of Israel, it's not enough that they kill you, but they kill your entire bloodline. Like they kill you. And if you have children and they have children and they have children, they kill everybody. Like they eradicate your entire bloodline. And that's a real thing that Benjamin Netanyahu has talked about in the past. So it kind of tells you these fucking Israeli motherfuckers are ruthless.
Oh, so Israel is standing behind the U.S. decision for a ceasefire, which doesn't affect offensive missiles, military equipment, or hardware, but does affect the country's energy infrastructure.
100%.
Hitting those would turn Iran into Cuba, which I guess the regime doesn't want. To be honest, nobody wants that.
Adding a bit more cushion.
I think
he also says.
I think if anything, Trump thinks that. I think Benjamin Netanyahu knows exactly how to play Trump, and he's letting him believe that this is any W's that come out of this are all his doing. And meanwhile, it's Israel the entire time just manipulating everybody into doing what to accomplishing their goals, which is eradicating Iran and solidifying their place in the Middle East. You watch, once Iran is all settled and Hamas and Hezbollah are taken care of, the Palestinians are goners. It's over for the Palestinians. Those Israelis are fucking moving in, brother, and you people are getting the fuck out. And I really don't care either way.
The Israelis are on board with this, although the Israelis just today were launching airstrikes inside of Tehran. So we see the kinetic action still happening. Take a listen to what else President
those
Trump
are military
said,
targets we're
particularly
hitting.
with respect to nuclear weapon development from Iran.
Oh, yeah, the nukes.
Tomorrow morning sometime, their time, we were expected to blow
Iranian
up
time.
their largest electric generating plants. They called. I didn't call. They called.
Oh, wow.
They want to make a deal.
So they called.
And we are very willing to make a deal. It's got to be a good deal. And it's got to be no
Iranian electrical generating plants. I'm just imagining like 100 camels on a giant hamster wheel, right? Is that how it works?
more wars, no more nuclear
We're
weapons.
gonna bomb the shit
They're
out
not
of
going to
it.
have nuclear weapons anymore.
Wow. So it sounds like they have to walk away because that's what this regime wants.
Meantime,
Do you not think that it's possible that somebody called with maybe some credentials, like they were, whether, I mean, you can't really say they have a government because they don't anymore. We killed all those people, but that maybe they worked in the government and they're saying that they now speak on behalf of Iran. You don't think that there was a phone call made to Trump or his people or his intelligence community from somebody within Iran saying that they speak on behalf of what's remaining of the ICRG or what is it, Iranian Republican Guard, ICRG, whatever, the Iranian government. You don't think that phone call happened? You're saying it totally didn't happen. I heard they talked to the guy who comes here. What does that even mean? I don't know. Is this fucking, what's that goofy witch looking broad who does YouTube slop panels? What's her fucking name? I forget. Who cares? Irrelevant.
It's unclear, Marnie, what happens with the Strait of Hormuz, because again, President Trump made this 48-hour ultimatum based on the idea that he was demanding Iran would release its grip on the strait and allow ships to fly through there again. So now we have a situation where President Trump says perhaps the United States and Iran could jointly operate the Strait of Hormuz. He didn't elaborate on details there.
So look, if this ultimatum is on the table, this...
Oh, you mean the guy that's the only remaining member of their country's government? Like the only guy alive? The only guy left alive? That guy? You think that was him? Okay, I can agree with you. It has to be somebody. Like, they literally have nobody left.
48-hour ultimatum that they're going to get hit if they don't open the strait. And then it comes off the table, and they called after the president threatened to plunge the country into total darkness. I think we all know what's going to happen.
Guys, hit that like button.
If
Don't forget to
they
subscribe.
try
I'd
to
appreciate
bluff
it. Thank
everybody and they're going to launch some attack on the tankers that are headed to countries outside of this conflict.
So again, the president just breaking some news this morning saying that there will be a 5-day delay to any strikes on Iran's power and energy infrastructure. The Israelis not just looking to the east, but also north to the Iran-backed Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. You can see some of the exchanges of fire there in southern Israel. As a top spokesperson for the Israeli military said
So
this about the
Hezbollah is
length of the
attacking
campaign.
Lebanon now, apparently.
The citizens of Israel, more weeks of fighting against Iran and Hezbollah are expected for us. With each passing day, we are weakening the terror regime more and more. We will not allow the terror regime and its proxies to constitute a threat against Israeli citizens and against the existence of the state of Israel.
Even if there is regime implosion and there is a stepping away of the hardliners that have been running this place, you've still got elements, hostile elements, scattered around the world that could do things
in line
in the near
with
future.
that.
Again, though, the headline today, President Trump saying in a post on Truth Social just minutes ago that the United States and Iran have had very good and productive conversations over the past 2 days. And again, President Trump is ordering the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, to delay any strikes against Iran's power or energy infrastructure for at least 5 days. Guys?
So we're still waiting, Trey, on any response from the Iranians, because the foreign minister yesterday said, I'm not interested in talking to the U.S. He usually is the spokesperson.
Were they talking behind his back?
Does the American shows.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, you have two relatively moderate voices within the Iranian regime that are still alive, the foreign minister and also Iran's president, Masoud Pezeshkian. Many of the hardliner Shia clerics have been taken out in Israel.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going on. I disagree that it makes them, makes them more dangerous in what way? More dangerous in that they're unpredictable, sure, but more dangerous militarily with, munitions and shit. No, all of their fucking missiles, all of their drones, it's all garbage compared to what we have. And it's only a matter of time before the Iranian people, like those thousands and thousands of Iranian people that were out protesting just months ago, come out from hiding. Like, they're not coming out and protesting in the streets because there's a bombing campaign going on. But once that stops, they're going to come out and they're going to take over, and the few remaining people who are in the Iranian Republican Guard or whatever the fuck it's called that are, that have no communication with each other. They're a severed snake. Like they're cut up all over the place. Yeah. They may still be sitting on some missiles, in different pockets here and there, but that's not enough to take over a country. Right. And when you have thousands of people that are now don't have to stay inside because of all of the bombing, and they don't have the fear of a totalitarian government coming out and killing them like the Iranian government did just a couple weeks ago and killed 30,000 people, upwards, downwards, however you want to count it, thousands and thousands of their own people for protesting. When they don't have that fear anymore, it's over. And I mean, I just don't understand how anybody could see it any other way.
American strikes over the
Like
past
the
3
Ayatollah.
weeks. But there still is this underlying
What's up,
message
Ziggy?
that
Good
we
to
have
see you,
seen
brother.
from the IRGC and other officials in Iran that they want to continue the fight. And so we'll have to do some reporting to determine currently what the situation looks like.
You've got some government officials who want to surrender and others who are like, we want to fight forever. This is a forever war and we're going to win. So the idea that this regime is intact and is unified couldn't be further from the truth.
Appears to be a negotiating table, and whether or not the
Russia's
Iranians are serious
losing a
about
war in
creating
Ukraine.
and referencing
that
a
they
deal
can
with the
barely
United States.
afford
They
to
must be
pay.
serious.
I'm not
Or Trump
worried
wouldn't
about
stop.
Russia right now.
Because you just talked about a lot of the leadership. They're gone. They're dead. Generals, foreign minister. The foreign minister is still alive. But who's the point person?
Two
now?
Ayatollahs.
Who's the
That-
United States communicating
The third
with?
one.
Do we
I don't know if we know
yet?
that.
The funniest thing out of all of this, it recently is the son of the Ayatollah has been named as the new Ayatollah, and he hasn't made any appearances because almost as soon as he was named as the Ayatollah, there were reports that we fucking bombed him. And I've heard some reports that he's like missing his legs. He's really fucked up. Like well, I have another fun story about a person with no arms and legs that I'm going to get to later, but he's a stumpy. And they're saying like he released an AI message the other day or like a couple of weeks ago, like, you know, saying that they're the American pig dogs will not win, blah blah blah. But he's not been seen in person. Also, I heard that he was gay. It was another little thing that was floating around about him. But that's besides the point. This they're holding up cardboard cutouts of him. Imagine you're the supreme leader of a country, and the only thing that your subjects have seen of you is a like Hulk Hogan cardboard stand-up. You know what I mean? But it's you with your cute little turban, your little fruity turban, because you're a gay Muslim cleric.
It's a great question, and we don't know that. There are a number of people who could communicate on behalf of the Iranian regime, but again, these are considered more moderate voices. And while the President Masoud Pezeshkian and others have the ability and in the past have communicated with members of the Trump administration,
they can't say who they're talking to secretly. That might have given President Trump the confidence to shut down strikes on energy infrastructure for 5 days. Because whoever that is, if they're revealed and their name is released, something could happen.
Now we don't know who is actually leading any sort of negotiation that's taking place.
That
According to
person's gotta
reports,
be
it is
protected.
not Iran's current supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, who is believed to be gravely injured as a result of
It's
an
not
Israeli
the
strike
Ayatollah.
in the opening hours of this campaign.
Will they turn
As
in
this
the
is all
Ayatollah?
Continuing, though, the thing to look at here is a de-escalation
We'll see what
ladder.
Iran
We have
wants
seen
to
over
do.
the past several days the Iranians continuing attacks against Israel.
The word on the street is, according to Trump and people in his administration, is that they reached out today, and Trump gave them a 15 bullet point list of demands that they have to acquiesce to, and there's going to be a 5-day ceasefire starting from today going on. So we'll see. By the weekend, we might be back to bombing these people.
Israel and Gulf countries. And if they are serious about creating and adhering to a deal with the United States, you can imagine President Trump and the administration will want some assurances from the Iranian regime that they're not going to continue launching ballistic missiles and drones at U.S. allies and forces across the region.
Yeah, for sure. My guess is whoever they're talking to is somebody that holds enough sway that if they say that they're going to do something and they want to have a talk and they're agreeing to things behind the scenes and it's enough to get the U.S. to stop.
And that's the other thing. We keep saying they. Who is they? There is nobody. There is nobody, right? Like there's little smatterings of like groups of soldiers who are like held up in their military compounds or their underground bases with nothing. They have nothing, guys.
elements of this
don't even have
campaign, which we're about to
communication.
take things further after Trump's recent ultimatum, this has got to be somebody that could tell the military to surrender and get results.
Let me read the full Truth Social that the president just released. I am pleased to
couple
report that the
hours
United
ago,
States of
so
America and the
things may
country
have
of Iran
changed. If
have
you-
had over the last
you
2
want me to
days
look at
very
anything,
good
just,
and productive
tell me the
conversations
title of a YouTube
regarding a
video or
complete
whatever,
and
and
total
I'll find it.
resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East based on the tenor and tone of these depth, detailed, and constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week.
Okay.
I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian
go.
power plants and energy infrastructure for 5 days, for a 5-day period.
Wow.
Subject
Count 'em.
to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions.
So what it looks like is this week there will be secret talks with secret individuals who are probably in hiding right now and who are not being revealed for obvious reasons. But Iran still has a military. There have been reports that the military is fragmented and that different people are doing different things. That's why we see
That's what I'm
attacks,
saying.
indiscriminate attacks at
fragmented all
non-military
over the
targets
place.
in countries that aren't even involved in this, like in Qatar and in the UAE. And they still have some missiles and some drones.
For a 5-day period. Meanwhile, growing concerns over Iran's missiles over the
Yes.
weekend, how far they can actually go after Iran launched ballistic missiles towards Diego Garcia, a U.S.-UK base, in the Indian Ocean, 2,500 miles away. So
Now, you got to understand something. This was a capability that every single person said Iran does not have. They are peaceful. This regime is just on the defense. But if you look at the graphic right here, now we've learned that they can reach a lot further than we were told they could reach. And the same people that have been telling us they don't want to have talks with the U.S., turns out these are the same folks that have been lying about this hidden capability. Watch this.
We intentionally kept the range of our missiles below 2,000 kilometers. So we don't have that capability, and we don't want to do that because we don't have any hostility against, the United States people or Europeans or whatsoever.
Oh, really? So that whole thing was a lie. And that was a lie that was picked up and parroted by
Iranians
everybody that
never
said,
lie.
Trump's doing the wrong thing. He's going after a country that's peaceful and that can't hurt us even if they wanted to. And the U.S. is wrong. And this is just a big mistake. Well, it turns out they were lying. And now that this capability is on the table and on the screen, the question is, what are they going to do with it if this conflict is almost wrapped up?
now we know that we've been accusing them of this.
Yep.
They've denied it. And now we know they're
So you're the second person to claim that Iran took out an F-35, and I have not heard anything about that. I've heard about early on in the attack, Qatar or one of our allies accidentally shot down 2 of our F-35 fighter jets. It was like a misfire. I've not heard anything about Iran shooting down any of our jets. I'll look it up after this.
space program has produced a missile that can go
Kuwait.
2,500
Yeah,
miles.
that's who it
So
was,
what does that
Kuwait.
mean?
And Europe
Let's take a look.
said that
Kuwait
this
is
was
not
in effect.
Iran, by
miles.
the way. I
It's
don't
the
know if you
lighter
know this,
lavender color.
2020.
First off, what is now in target? I don't think they're going to be targeting Moscow, but it's now targeted.
These are all the countries right
Yeah,
here.
it was a friendly
that said
fire
that this is
incident.
not their war, that they don't
It was also a woman pilot.
want anything to do with this, that it doesn't affect them.
Don't shoot
and
the
now
messenger.
look, now they're all within range.
Obviously, all these states are going to be targeted and have been targeted. Now let's expand it a little. Look what goes 1,811 miles, 1,864 miles. You got the capitals of Rome,
That's
Munich,
crazy.
Paris, of Italy, Germany, and France. Suddenly they are paying
Yeah.
attention, I imagine. Maybe it is their
Yeah,
fight.
maybe.
And of course, in London, where they've decided to just let their military wither. And then we have Oslo and Berlin. Besides that, I think every NATO capital is now under watch.
What if the reason these NATO frenemies didn't want to get involved in this campaign is because they knew Trump was right, because they knew that when Trump said these guys have long-range missiles and the West is at risk, what if they knew that, hey, we're already at risk, we're already compromised, we don't want to get into this thing in case we are immediately
I don't think
hit,
it was 3
and they knew the
F-35s
capability
in a
was
week.
there.
So you're trying to like spin this as like our enemies took out 3 of our most advanced fighter jets in a week, and that's just like not based in reality at all, man. Like, get a grip. Let's fucking. There's tons of stuff to go off of here, and that's not one of them, right? That's not one of them to like hold up as Iran is still in this fight, because they're not. Their government is gone. Their infrastructure is gone. We control the airspace since day one, bro. Come on, dude. Like, this is you. I don't think you're stupid, and there's some like bias that is like making you like twist this in your head into being something that it's not. And I'm like, listen, I'm not a fucking like big Trump guy. I like America winning. That's what I like. I like when America wins.
That's a frightening idea.
No longer speculation. You can't say America's making it up, because we just watched 2 missiles go 2,500 miles. The first one went,
all
the
over
length
the
knocked
place.
down, the other one failed.
You've
It
got
was
to be
heading that
kidding.
direction.
This is like
What else can I
maximum
tell you?
cope.
How about what the rocket looks like?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is not going to bring any astronauts to the moon, but this is what the rocket looks like that goes that far and that long.
Wow.
We know they've made great progress with drones. Now we know they made great progress with missiles. What does that mean about the danger and the imminent threat?
It means they've been lying, covering this.
There you go. There was 2 friendly fire incidents on F-15 Eagles by Kuwait, and Iran is claiming to have hit an F-35 because one had to make an emergency landing but landed safely, but their footage of locking on, many said, is fake. And that's absolutely true, because everything that Iran has put out on the internet since this all started has been AI slop. Like, there's nothing in here that would make me go and repeat to another human being, Iran shot down 3 F-35s in a week. Like, come on, brother. Not sure where you're getting your news, but they studied U.S. attacks and realized in the Iraq war that centralized command was weakness. That I'm sorry, 2020. I don't know what's gotten into you, bro.
Up, and they've been able to get that picked up by sympathetic voices in the United States and in Europe who wanted to see this regime survive and wanted to believe that Trump was wrong. It's like there's this, oh, Trump says it, oh, I automatically think it's a lie. Oh, I automatically think it's a scam. And now we find out it's the truth.
Were you surprised that they elected to show what they can do with intermediate range missiles?
That's a good question.
Absolutely not, and I'm not surprised they went after Diego Garcia. We use that as a staging base for, strikes, bombers.
Diego Garcia, guys, where have we heard that before? Diego Garcia, I don't know how many of you have been around since the beginning of my little podcasting career here, but when I did my interview with Ashton Forbes, that is one of the leading places that they believe that Malaysian flight, what was the number of the flight? I already forget. God damn, it's been so long. But when I was talking to Ashton Forbes, he told me that that's where he believes that the orbs zapped that plane from those videos to was Diego Garcia. And that's where Lynn, the guy who supposedly leaked the video, got it from. Was Diego Garcia.
Strikes in Iran. So I think they're trying
Malaysian
to project power. Obviously, it wasn't successful.
Is this a negotiating tactic? Are they trying to project power at the same time as they're saying there should be a resolution? Do they think projecting power and then trying to negotiate behind the scenes is going to somehow bring this to a close faster and let them survive? Are they buying time is the real question.
But, what that means is they can have that range. They can someday get to a longer range. And when you pair that with a nuclear weapon.
Where are you getting this shit, 2020? Iran did not. You're falling for Iran's propaganda on like TikTok. Iran did not take out 2 aircraft carriers. They did not take out. They took out exactly 0 aircraft carriers. Okay, buddy. I can't. Come on, dude. Bro, it's fucking crazy.
And it's not just Berlin, it's New York.
Yeah.
So We've been saying this for a while. Weapons inspectors go back and forth, and we hear rumors and thoughts depending on the president. We decide to approach it differently. Does this actually give the president clarity in order to tell our allies?
2020, it's literally the exact opposite. America makes the most advanced to date weaponry, and all of the other countries are still building shit based on like World War II tech, Cold War tech. You know, we'll give them Vietnam tech. You know what I mean? We have shit that we haven't even deployed yet, that people like, just, we gave them a little taste with the Maduro thing when our helicopters showed up and made them all puke blood and not fire a single shot. You know what I mean? That's the kind of secret shit that we got. Maybe China has some of it, because China, they just fucking steal any sort of like proprietary shit, and they love to spy, just like Israel. But China has the capability to produce the shit. Israel just steals information. I'm sure they have the capability to reproduce some of it on a small scale, but China can do it on a mass scale. They just never do it very good. You know, it's that, like, you know, when you buy shit from China and it's cheap, it's a cheap knockoff. Also, their military shit. They sold Maduro all of his radar arrays, and we flew right through all those motherfuckers. Not one of them went off. We flew right to Maduro's house and picked his ass up in the middle of the night and made all of his guards puke blood and have permanent brain damage with our space lasers. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so 2 aircraft carriers limping home, one because of laundry room fire. Gerald R. Ford and bro, no, just no.
Wrong. Why they need to be involved in this on some level? Why it involves them?
Guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
You can imagine why they're not doing anything. They're worried
also
that those missiles are going to go raining down on their capitals, and they should be worried. You know, quite frankly, the biggest thing that I fear is that we'll cut this off before we can actually end it. And I think that's the challenge we face. Are we going to allow Iran to continue to develop nuclear weapons and continue to be the biggest state sponsor of terror and grow their missile capability?
So if you allow them to cut up the Strait of Hormuz and then say, okay, sign this
grab
document,
a membership. Thank you.
It's over. They know at any moment they can use that choke point to choke us out again.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely. And I think if you look at that geographic area, the strait is really kind of reminiscent of the Battle of Vicksburg. You know, the South was blocking shipping going down the Mississippi River. And in this case, that's what their Iranians are doing. So we're going to have to set up something like Southern Watch, but also with an emphasis on drones.
But then the other question is, we've got these talks going on behind the scenes. It's very possible that whoever's in charge of the country and in charge of the military right now, who is likely not the Ayatollah, we don't know if he's being captured, if he's been held hostage, if somebody's got him under wraps, or if he's apparently in the hospital or something and unable
That's what I heard. I
to
heard
be
he's
part
all
of leading
fucked
the
up.
country, which is why we haven't seen him. It's very possible that there is complete regime change, and we don't have to worry about any of this, because if the regime's not there, we don't have to watch them like we might have had to watch Saddam.
In order to keep shipping flowing while this goes on.
So where would you be targeting? We have 7,000 targeted. We have a lot of success, AI and precision.
You noticed too.
What would you do? What would you be focusing on, General?
I would be focused on the areas where are the shipping choke points, which is the Strait of Hormuz. And if you route the shipping in a way that you minimize the threat, perhaps we can get the ships flowing again.
What do you mean by that? How do you go through a small strait in a way to minimize risk?
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously they're using small drones. Those have a range to them. So if we look at what are the range of the possible weapons they could use and look at where the choke point is, which is primarily around the Strait of Hormuz, then we can probably create a safe zone that we can get shipping through. And I think they're going to have to be escorted. We're going to have counter drone systems in there, and we're going to have aircraft overhead that can take targets out as they pop up.
So perhaps that's something that is going to happen here. We've got European leaders saying that once the fight is over, they could do some escort duties to help get their oil out of the strait to their country. There could be a coalition operation type thing happening in the strait for these countries that really depend on this oil. And it's not the
why are they over there messing with those people in the first place? Care to be a little more specific? Who do you mean? Like the U.S. Are you saying that we're over there messing with them? I mean, there's multiple. It's not a 1-2 answer, but I could give you a couple of ideas as to why we're over there. Also, Iran, if you don't know that Iran has been a fucking thorn in the side of the world for 30-40 years, I can't really help you. It's a lot to try and catch you up on a podcast on YouTube. Faded Bones is back. He's wet.
United States that has a big dependence on oil from this region. Do we get some of it? Yes. Asia, certain countries like Japan get 90% of their oil from this part of the world. Europe gets
And
a lot.
torture clown,
This is
local
definitely something
celebrity.
that they should be involved in. I just think
What's up, buddy?
that now we're wondering, were they afraid? Were they intimidated knowing that the ballistic threat was a real thing this entire time? Or were they like the pundits and naysayers in America who heard Trump say something and automatically took the opposite position without knowing, without paying attention? But what do you think? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.
That's pretty good. I like Cash Jordan's. He sort of does like a news roundtable. He scoops it all up and he plops it right in front of you.
For deaf, retarded
makes-
people, right? Because that's why he talks like that. Because you can't hear him.
What do you
with
mean?
his giant, like he talks for people who can't hear, like with his lips. Like you can understand what he's saying.
I didn't
based
pick
off
up
of
on
how
that
he's
at
saying it.
all.
He's very. I don't like any of the people you ever show ever.
I
They
know.
always suck.
He didn't suck. He was pretty good.
I made that joke before that he was like, the way that he's reacting is for autistic people like me who don't know how to feel about things. It's like, oh, I can look at his face and now I know how I'm supposed to feel about this information.
Yeah, it's like the emotion book that your mother takes to the supermarket with you, so you can point
It's
to
a
things.
it's
like-
tattooed on my arm. Five.
Yeah.
Five is like the angry one. Five. Five.
I saw
five.
one of those in the wild, by the way. Like it was a laminated sheet and it had like emojis on it of different feelings, like sad, happy. Let's see here.
Gay,
Oh.
straight, tranny.
Oh, I also saw this in real life too, by the way. I've never seen one of these before. Let me show you a picture.
A midget. No way it's gonna be a midget.
Have you ever seen one of those?
Yeah,
Look at
'cause I
the
live in
half.
California. Of course.
Look
I've
at the
seen it.
half dress, bro.
Well, you know when
That's
you go
crazy.
outside and you're wearing jeans that split down the middle of the seam and go on the other side and are a dress? Like your Two-Face from Batman having a bad day.
Is that how transsexuals dress? They dress like they dress like Harvey Dent.
Split exactly down the middle, yes.
Yeah. I didn't know. So it's not that they're the wrong sex
Crackadona.
trapped in the wrong body. They're literally half and half. Is
And
that how it
actually,
is?
some of them go horizontal and then some of them go vertical. The vertical is what true trannies do. If you actually are stuck in the wrong body, you split vertical. If you're one of these posers, you split down the belt and you go down because you're
so
a
like
poser.
lumberjack waist up and then like dressing like 9-inch
Mutilated
pumps on the
genitals
bottom.
face down. Right.
Oh.
But then the verticals have one testicle and half a penis and then half a hole. They're actually they're super people.
All right, let's check in with our favorite girl. We're gonna switch gears here. We're gonna go into a
Indie
little bit
girl,
of
I hide them in my
UFO
shirt, but then I
news.
take them off when I turn the video off. Gomez.
All right, yep, that's her.
A sitting congresswoman just called for the complete defunding of the Pentagon's UAP office. The same week, she said a classified briefing contained footage that no one can explain. David Grush just filed a brand new
It's an
federal
alien.
lawsuit
I
against the
explained it
Department
for
of
you. The
Defense,
end.
and this case has not been heard about before. Hey, ufologists, I'm Christina Gomez. Welcome back to this episode of UFO News Updates. Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna of Florida chairs the task force of the declassification of federal secrets. She says she holds the highest security clearance available to a sitting member of Congress. And last week,
That's what they
she
told her.
made multiple public statements on two separate platforms talking about the latest developments with the UFO topic.
I don't know if this is gonna be related to Jillian Michaels. Oh yeah,
Dude,
I
she's
forgot
not looking
Jill.
so good.
Well, Jillian Michaels was like a leftoid fitness person, like a fitness guru. and she got like canceled because she said she didn't like that there was like transgender men or women or whatever in
Oh, so
like
she's
her
just
daughter's
normal.
school. Yeah, she's just a normal person.
Okay,
she's
cool.
a normal person with a normal reaction. Then she felt like when you're a leftoid, your entire existence revolves around you placating the other leftoids around you, or else they turn on you like a raw chicken dipped in the middle of piranha, you know. And that's what happened to her, and that was enough to like slap her in the face. So now she's like a she's a normal person, but they call her like a right-leaning commentator now. So I totally forgot about that whole thing until I just saw her face just now.
I like how when Anna Paulina Luna's at home, she looks like literally like what's his name? Not
She
Jeffree
looks like
Star,
that's
but
my
the other gay
abuela.
guy.
She looks like a frumpy Spanish woman.
She looks like James Charles. Do you remember James Charles?
Yes.
That's what she looks like when she's at home. I still would though.
Yeah, me too. 100%. Anna Paulina Luna and James Charles. Come on. James Charles specifically.
James Charles' ass on Anna Paulina Luna, because she's got that.
You know who, speaking of James Charles, because you're exceedingly homosexual, and now you're making me think about it. That other guy, Jeffree Star, came out, and he's like super right wing, and he's
very base for a dick sucker.
Yeah, and he told
He
all
doesn't
he
like
told
trannies,
all
and
of
he's
his.
like- yeah,
He
we've talked
told
about
all of
this
his. Did we? Okay, yeah, we probably covered.
Let's rehash it and make everyone think that we actually are gay, unironically.
Okay. Well, all right. We're just going to learn about UFOs and whatever. Anna Paulina Luna. Oh, you totally made me forget what I was going to add to this before we started talking. And then now you immediately diverted it into homosexual themes.
Gay.
And now I don't remember what I was going to talk about at all.
Gay.
So yeah, exactly. Lazy Acres. She's just a totally normal person who's been vilified by the group that she surrounded herself with, preceding, all of this. What was I gonna say? Okay. So Anna Paulina Luna, she's taking the reins with this whole Trump's gonna drop whatever files that he's gonna drop. I'm not expecting anything. My expectations could not be any more lower for learning anything from the government about UFO disclosure, whatever. The government recently snatched up alien.gov and aliens.gov in preparation for where I'm assuming they're going to do all these document dumps.
No, Iran gave up, so that doesn't matter now. And then they'll never put anything on aliens.gov because that was a distraction from the Iran thing. Now that's over, and they don't need to distract us with aliens anymore.
I don't think it was a distraction. I think it was just like,
dude, the point
everything's not a distraction all the time. Like Epstein, if anything, it would have been a distraction from the Epstein thing. Nobody's talking about that anymore, and there's tons to still go through. In the news cycle, in your feed, it's not talked about anymore.
Boomerverse, yes, sure, it's not being talked about.
AKA normies, the majority of people.
Cycle,
right?
Yeah, the circuit.
Yeah. Well, what else would you be talking about a distraction from? They're not trying to trick us because they could never. You know what I mean? Like we're going to latch on to what we want to fucking listen and learn about, and we're not going to let go no matter how much fucking shit you dangle in front of our faces. We're the exception. I'm talking about everybody else. So it's like, that's why I don't really believe in distractions, because I'm thinking of it from my perspective.
I don't believe in disclosure.
Well, in what way? Well, hold on. We cannot be, you're going to get me even more distracted. Let me finish my thought. She came out, she's taken the reins of this whole UFO aliens.gov, whatever thing, this dump that supposedly Trump is going to be getting into. And she said that, all those SCIF meetings that we've always heard about where like they show all these congressional people and senators.
We have to talk about it in a SCIF.
Yeah. And then they go and they talk about it in a SCIF. Like I remember we even played a video from not that long ago where they caught some of them coming out of the SCIF after they were shown something.
Yeah. And then the brown guy was like,
they were like visibly shaken.
Was it Kash Patel?
No, it was
Another
Burlinson was one of them.
Right.
Big Eyes Burlinson.
No, but the brown. There was some like not even being racist. There was like a brown secretary guy who came out and they interviewed him.
That's very possible.
I can't remember.
I don't recall.
He was like the most visibly shaken. He was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
what the
So we know there's like clear video. We've heard that for years and years. And I think that they're showing that shit to these senators and these congressional people. She said that some of the stuff that they've been showing these senators and congressional people will be in the dump.
The dump of files.
The dump of files, not the one that I'm going to pay her to take on my chest.
She appeared on Keep It Real with Jillian Michaels and addressed directly whether the Trump administration is serious about releasing UAP files. And this is something that we're all very curious about.
I think they're very serious about doing it.
Doesn't that make you excited and want to open it up?
Too much into the specifics.
What?
Yeah, I definitely think that they're going to do it. You know, what's been interesting is, so obviously there's been footage that my committee released.
The
Actually,
panel?
Eric
I don't
Burleson
know.
that
There's
released
probably
it,
one going on
in the
YouTube
committee that
somewhere.
we had for the declassification task force, and we can't explain that. And there has been other instances of footage that we cannot explain, and we have dealt with an agency, not the CIA, that specifically has an internal task force that is looking into all this stuff. And as soon as we get the official on paper declassification order, I want to do a press conference with all the information that we are told and shown in that briefing, because it's important for people to know.
She said the agency within the internal UAP task force is not the CIA, but she didn't name it. Here is where the research
ODNI?
points towards. According to reporting from Politico, first confirmed in early 2025, the FBI runs a secret UAP working group made of more than a dozen agents across the country who dedicate significant time to tracking and investigating UAP reports. That group has never been formally disclosed by the FBI.
Well, they would have to, you know, like whether or not the FBI has a vested interest in like craft recovery or whatever, there's going to be people reporting to the FBI that they've had a sighting, they've been abducted, some fucked up shit happened to them and they can't explain it. There's going to be
we did that to you. You weren't supposed to remember. Thank you for letting us know. We'll make it stronger next time.
Let us refer you to the office of the FBI that investigates this. It's
Hill.
3 people. It's literally
the naval sector.
No, it's gonna look exactly like it does in the X-Files TV show, where it's 2 people in a basement surrounded by filing cabinets is what I'm trying to say. God damn, I'm an idiot.
When approached for comment, the FBI confirmed only that it investigates UAP when there is potential for a violation of federal law. Former UAP Task Force Director Jay Stratton went further in a public statement back in May of 2025, and he said the FBI was one of his very first partners when he was building the original task force. And
this motherfucker is the real deal. This guy,
is that the guy that jerked off on that one chick?
No, Fader Bones, it's not.
He looks like that one comedian
you're talking about. Oh, Louis C.K.
Yeah, that looks like Louis C.K.
He asked for permission, okay, and that implies consent. That is not a sexual assault.
She said no, and he's like, "All right, I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway."
Yeah,
bitch.
but then they said no or they said yes, and he did it, and then they still complained about it because they did that woman thing where they're like, "It's a real power dynamics thing," and I felt like I had to say yes.
They were totally cool with it until they saw him come, and he made like a weird, like he did something weird when he came, and they're like, "I'm telling on you, that was weird. Fuck that. I didn't like that at all."
Well, they were all like female comedians, and they felt like they needed to
dumpster. Hey, you're really funny. Can we have sex now? Because I laughed at your jokes, and you're the only funny woman on earth. You really think so? Yeah.
Well, the thing is, most people don't even ask, you know, and Louis C.K. found it, you know, he's a real gentleman and he felt like he should ask. But anyways, we're talking about Jay Stratton here, and Jay Stratton worked on the Legacy program, and he has seen actual craft with his own eyes and alien bodies with his own eyes.
Come on, her legacies.
that their involvement goes back years. So when Luna says there's an agency that's not the CIA with its own internal UAP task force, the FBI kind of fits that description. Luna said the moment the official paper declassification order comes through, she intends to hold a press conference sharing everything she was told and shown in a classified setting. She also said the public should not expect the government to tell them what to make of what gets released. The footage and the records will come out. The official interpretation will not be attached to them.
Wait a minute, is that Sam Hyde on her wall? No, but what is this? What is this footage that we're actually looking at, though? With the blue filter on it, or whatever.
It's just some previously released
just random UAP footage.
Yeah, UAP footage that we picked up with our sensors or something. It's nothing new, nothing groundbreaking. It's news stock footage.
Luna said the moment the official paper declassification order comes through, she intends to hold a press conference sharing everything she was told and shown in a classified setting.
That's actually
She
big.
also said the public should not expect the government to tell them what to make of what gets released. The footage and the records will come out. The official interpretation will not be attached to them.
So it'll be
she
like
also
the
described
files. It's
what
like, all right, here you
happens
guys
when
go.
every member
Here's
of Congress
everything that we have except for 1999 to 2001.
Of course,
Ignore that.
yeah.
But then here's everything else. Dude, this is what I was gonna say earlier. Even, which this is obviously not what I believe, but even if the government doesn't have an like reversal program to like reverse engineer
engineering, the legacy program.
Like even if they don't have that, like you were
They
saying,
do.
there are a million reports of people saying, "Oh, I saw this, I saw that." People recording shit, people on fucking aircraft carriers recording shit, and everything. Like they could just release all that, and I think it'd be better than nothing. You know what I mean? Because obviously we're not getting like jellyfish videos, we're not getting Skinny Bob videos, we're not getting anything like that. It's going to be a lot more of the same of what we already have.
So there, I know I've heard people talk like former government officials talk about and describe some of these videos where it's HD 4K UFOs coming in and out of the water, buzzing. There was one that just came out recently where it's it was like an F-22 Raptor pilot talking about how this UFO was like shadowing him from 14 feet in front of his cockpit. Just
like going backwards, or I guess moving at the same speed.
No, same speed above his cockpit, 14 feet away, which is like reach out and touch distance,
literally nothing,
and then taking off at an incredible speed.
Dude,
which those planes have all kinds of fucking cameras all over them, so of course would be recorded in high definition. We're not going to get that shit.
No. Not even now. We're gonna get more like blurry dots. We're gonna get 3,000 blurry dots, and that's it. Be happy with that. That's it.
But
that's it.
What this would do also, a lot of these whistleblowers who have seen these videos would be freed up to talk about it. So far, we've gotten, you listen to any UFO podcast and they go, I can't talk about that right now. I'm not at liberty to talk about that. For any number of things related to the UFO phenomenon, that could go away, right? We need better UFO whistleblower protections. Once we get that, then you're going to start getting people like
Crackadona. You know why we're never going to get that? Because
they're actually
our
actively
enemies.
trying to kill all of them, which
yes, that's true. That's very true. But the reason that
Governor
they'll give you,
McCaskill or General McCaskill has gone missing. He's still missing. He's been missing for about a month now. There was another girl tied to him who is a nuclear scientist at Los Alamos Labs who's also gone missing. There was a guy who there's all these scientists that have been going missing in the past couple of months that are all tied to the legacy program. And the CIA is doing the famous, they shot themselves in the back of the head twice kind of thing.
okay, listen,
In anticipation of where we're going.
the
with this.
reason that they will give you for why we can't, and this was in the UFO thing that we watched, the fucking whatever a couple months ago. Like 90% of that documentary was them really, 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 really making sure that you have the idea in your head that it's really, really bad, that our enemies also
national security is always a concern that they bring up.
It's like, obviously I have the belief that there's like a comedic round table of like world supervillains, like world superpowers that all just are like 300 years old, and they're like, oh, what did you guys do with your UFOs today? It's like, oh, our Rothschilds were going and smoking blunts today. Oh, our Russian equivalent to that was doing the same thing. Oh, that's great. Like that's how I view
it's entirely
the world.
possible that there are like two-tier civilizations. Like we live in one reality, and they like. And when I say reality, I mean in the metaphorical sense. I don't
Not
mean
like
like
literally
a different,
an alternate reality, just like
right, which that could also be possible. But I mean, in regards to how our world works, I think that there for sure is like some sort of unforeseen, elites. Yeah, the
until
the
what
Collins
degree that
elite,
goes to.
the Rothschilds, old families, old blood, old money. Like, sure, there's the us and there's the them, right? And we
And my
live
point
in the
with that is like getting people freaked out. Like, oh, what if China has a UFO? It's like, okay, do you think we're going to be fighting wars with UFOs and we're not fighting wars with nukes? Does that make any sense? Like, no, we're not going to be fighting wars with fucking UFOs unless we start fighting wars with nukes again.
I guess I would counter that with that would be you assuming that the people who have, blown the whistle on the shit, like Lou Elizondo is one of those people that you're talking about that comes out and says this about the foreign governments having this technology.
Because he's like one of those people that's split down the middle. He gets half of the good.
He
shit
doesn't
and half
know.
of the fuck shit.
He's not privy to any of the shit that you're talking about. None of us are. Even let's say that like the what's the 12 I've fucking drawn a blank. Majestic 12. Let's say the Majestic 12 is like how they run it. I would say, like, if that's even a thing, like only like 3 of the people in that are even aware of like the secret world that is our reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My
the rest are like generals and paper pushers and CIA people,
We're not going to destroy ourselves with this UFO technology is my point. So like the whole idea, oh, we're going to need to get freaked out because China has them. It's like, that's totally like retard brain shit,
If a UFO landed in China, the aliens would turn out to be human-sized cats. I don't know about that, First Contact. If China had a UFO, it wouldn't be a new thing. They would have had it for decades, just like us. And they absolutely do. I've read reports that they have had them for many years.
We all have UFOs. Like every fucking buddy does.
China, Russia, and the US have UFOs and active recovery teams. And it's really those 3 because they're only the 3 countries that are able to bully the other countries around them into letting us go into their countries and snatch it up
and pick up their UFO. It's like, oh, hey, we're gonna kill you if you don't let us do this.
Dude,
what?
Why do you think that every South American UFO crash and recovery ends with black helicopters from the US showing up and snatching it?
Every single time there's a UFO in South America, every single person in the entire continent of South America records it. It's always record. Oh, there's that TR-3B in broad daylight over my city of 1 million people. They all record it and they all die. They all fall down at the same time. They're bleeding from the nose and shit. Like, oh, that's that's weird.
Who attended the key briefing connected to her task force walked out of that room.
And every single member of Congress that has gone into that briefing that we had has come out.
Guys,
and said,
don't get plastic surgery, by the way.
Shit. Wow. So so there's some interesting stuff.
I can't tell who's the example, the left or the right.
You're definitely
They're both kind of interesting looking. Here, go back to both on screen. Oh man,
I can't tell who's human anymore.
Wow. So so there's some interesting stuff. You're definitely going to see a lot of interesting footage, a lot of photos, first-hand accounts from certain people that will be out in those reports. And then the American people can decide. If you think that it's, nothing, you want to carry on, fine. But, I don't think that that's going to be what the general consensus will be.
Every single member, all the same reaction. And that's just not one person describing their experience. That is Luna describing a
You know what's crazy? Like, Joan Rivers is the joke, but Joan Rivers was the only one who admitted how much of a joke it was that she looked that way. All these other people are delusional.
considerate response across everyone who sat in that room. So don't go anywhere, because we still need to discuss Luna's other appearance, her explosive post about Arrow, and the new Grush lawsuit that is entirely separate.
I don't know if I would know what to
anything
do.
you've heard before.
She
simply
had little
cannot talk
UFO
about Luna
pasties on.
without talking about
like, I would
Arrow.
just
The
freak out.
Alt Domain Anomaly Resolution
Yeah, she was
Office is
funny.
publicly claiming with the White House to consolidate and release UAP records. But Luna's history with that office
Wow,
is
Amber.
not
Who's
a
this
friendly
bitch?
one. Back
Who's this?
Hold on, wait, wait,
Hold
wait,
on a second. Who's this square-hipped bitch standing next to
That's a man.
beautiful Christina? She is built like she has the hips of a refrigerator box. Go ahead, Fade Boats. What were you gonna say to Amber?
Vader looks like Weird Al. I don't know what to even say to that. If I had a penny for every time I heard that, I'd be the richest N-word in the world. Or maybe I could comment how she hangs around black people all the time and her jokes and her quality of life have plummeted, even worse so than when she was a drug addict. I don't know where to go with it. Maybe, Amber, you cheesburger cake loving bitch. Your fat rolls are seeping into your head and you're saying stupid shit. Go fuck yourself.
All right, well, you heard it, Amber.
records. But Luna's history with that office is not a friendly one. Back in April of 2024, she walked out of a classified Arrow briefing and called it a nothing burger. By September of 2025, she was calling former Arrow director Sean Kirkpatrick a documented liar on the congressional record.
100%.
And reading into that same record, a critique from former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense Christopher Mellon, who described Arrow's historical report as the most error-ridden government report he has ever encountered in decades of service. Arrow hasn't published its 2025 annual report and has not briefed reporters in over a year. On her appearance with Bill Maher, Luna spoke about a specific classified briefing she attended with other members of Congress at a single unnamed agency. And this briefing
There's a couple of people that are very public figures that it has been very fun to watch come around to the existence of this UFO legacy program. One of them was Harvard mathematician Brett Weinstein. He when he first started hearing about this, he came in very skeptical. I remember watching like the first few podcasts he did where like maybe he talked to Joe Rogan and Joe Rogan brought up aliens, and then Joe Rogan's like, you should talk to Jesse Michaels. Then he went on with Jesse Michaels. Jesse Michaels just sort of like laid it all out for him. And you can see like his eyes like, oh, fuck, physics is a lie and we have anti-gravity. But he doesn't come out and say it. Another person who is like that is Bill Maher. Bill Maher has been having UFO people on. That is an unfortunate pause screen on Christina. Bill Maher has been having UFO people on, and as it's been going on, you could see like the gears are turning. We're like, okay, maybe there's something to this, you know?
is separate from the task force briefing that she described on Keeping It Real.
But based on what we're seeing evidence-wise, there is one specific agency where multiple members of Congress, to include myself, received a briefing from. All of that information will be declassified, and the stuff that we saw in that briefing we can't explain.
And now, as of Saturday, March 21st, Luna posted on X that she will be recommending to the chairman of DOGE that
Who?
Gomez and Luna.
I mean, aren't all Mexicans related?
That's kind of the only reason I said that, yeah. And they kind of look, you know, they're both women with dark hair, so they're the same person to me.
Okay.
Arrow should be completely disbanded and defunded. So we'll see how that goes. Now on over to Grush and
Drop
his
the link
lawsuit.
for what?
And
This is not
the
a
same
link
lawsuit that
dropping
you might
show.
think. That case that you may remember was
Are you
Grush
retarded?
versus the
You're here
Loudoun County
every
Sheriff's
time you come in,
Office,
you ask me to
and
drop
that
the link. It's
involved
not
his
a link.
mental
Loki is
health
another one
records
of these
being
coal
released
burners
through a
who
FOIA
doesn't hang
request
around white
following his
panels so they don't be
2023
taken.
congressional
no,
testimony.
no, we're
That case
definitely
was
not doing that
dismissed in
tonight.
August of 2025,
Or any
and
night.
this legal one is a completely different action. The new case is Grush versus the U.S. Department of Defense, filed in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia.
Well, yeah, I
After
mean,
his
yeah, for
2023
sure.
testimony,
I agree
Grush
with that.
submitted a separate FOIA request to the Department of Defense asking for the documents that would support what he said under oath, that the government holds non-human origin craft and that biological remains of occupants have been confirmed through DNA testing to be non-human. The Department of Defense didn't deny the request, and they did not offer a partial release. They did not respond at all. And here is what Daniel Sheehan mentioned on the SpectraVision radio. Take a listen.
He has now filed a major federal lawsuit in the United States District Court in the Eastern District of Virginia, demanding that the federal court issue an order commanding the United States Defense Department to turn over this information to him, supporting his accusations, because he filed for the Freedom of Information Act to get at the information to
I wonder
make
how far
public
along
the
this
records to
lawsuit
support
is.
what he has
You see that
testified
laser
to.
they have
And in
aimed at his
fact, the
heart?
Defense Department is completely stiffed
Yeah.
it. It hasn't even responded to his lawfully filed Freedom of Information Act. So David Grush has now filed a major federal lawsuit demanding that the Federal District Court.
This is a bit of a situation you don't normally hear about. So when people file FOIA requests, it's usually because they have heard of or they suspect that there's some information related to whatever, right? Like they built, I know the government built a World War II memorial. I want to know how much they paid all the contractors, blah blah blah. You've never seen the contracts to the contractors, but you know they must exist because the memorial exists, right? So David Grush has a lawsuit to get a FOIA request for something that he said to the DOD himself.
He's getting his own statement FOIA'd back to him.
Right? Yes, and they're
That's very
saying
retarded.
they're not denying that he didn't say it, but they're just ignoring him, which is crazy. Like I mean, how often does that happen? I mean, it might happen more often than I know. I just don't hear about it.
Stenographers aren't people. You know the keyboards that stenographers use? Those are aliens. I just want to let you know.
All
Have you
right,
ever seen
noted.
a stenographer keyboard?
Yeah, it's got like
It has
four
like
buttons
four
on it.
keys on it. It's
Yeah.
insane.
It's a whole
fucking-
shorthand language that they got to go through.
It's alien. They're fucking aliens. I don't give a shit. They're alien people.
It's
the
giving me
most-
anxiety just thinking about.
I know,
having to
I don't even-
learn
dude.
all that.
Order against the Defense Department, entering a declaratory judgment, declaring it to have been illegal for them to withhold the documents from them.
What Sheehan is describing here is a straightforward instance, but it's also very significant. The Department of Defense did not push back, it didn't object, it didn't cite national security. They simply went silent on a legally filed request. Under FOIA law, that silence itself is a violation. So the suit now asks for two things: a formal court ruling that the DOD acted unlawfully by ignoring that request, and a court order forcing the department to hand the document over. The DOD
None
will
of this
have
is
to
gonna get
respond to a
resolved
federal judge in
anywhere
Virginia,
in the near
and that is a
future.
different category of pressure from any press conference or congressional hearing. You can ignore a letter, but you cannot ignore a federal judge. So Luna is
Watch
calling for
them.
Arrow to be
Wait, go
completely
back.
defunded at around the same moment.
That guy's last name was What Up. What up? Hey, what up?
What up, my niggas?
Hey, what's what ups, man?
So Luna is calling for Arrow to be completely defunded. At around the same moment, Arrow is publicly announcing it is leading the declassification effort under Trump's directive. So do you think Arrow would survive this? And that unnamed agency Luna mentioned that's not the CIA, do you think it's the FBI? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm Christina Gomez, and that's it for today. I will see you again tomorrow
Control
at 10 a.m.
yourself, First
PST for
Contact.
another UFO news update. Be safe, and remember, keep your eyes on the skies.
Well, we have this conversation all the time, Blacker.
They
What do
either
you-
will or they won't. The end.
Well, I was gonna say even more towards to the point of like, what would it be for you that you would accept that it's real, right?
The entire world changing and not having to pay for gas anymore.
Well, I'm asking Blacker, but yeah, like 0 point energy would be great, but that's even further down the line after disclosure, whatever disclosure would mean to you.
It's going to be the movie.
What would it
Disclosure
be?
Day.
What would it be to you? Would it be a body? Would you believe a body if they pulled out a body and they go, look, here it is? Would that be enough for you? Because there's 90% of the people are going to go, that's bullshit. That's like AI. That's fake, whatever. Oh, is this RG? I can't. Oh, okay. What's up, RG?
You
Haven't seen
couldn't
you in a
tell
while.
that he had two extra letters in there.
Well, RG, I know RG. I know who RG is.
Yeah, Black RG. Just
Blacker
RG.
The Blacker RG threw me off. I don't
This is
know.
a real alien.
But like, yeah, what would it mean to you? What would it take to anybody who's listening to this? Like, like to me, I don't know. What would it take? Well, I mean, I'm already convinced of it, so it wouldn't really matter in my case. I've been reading about it and looking into it for so fucking long that there's no way that any of this is fake. I think a body. I'd like to see one of the bodies. I think that would be fucking cool. But I think that once, let's say there is a body, let's say there are craft. I think that if they are, channels keep getting new. Yeah, because that's what threw me off, is because you weren't on your like main. No, sorry to hear that, man. I enjoyed your content. But what would make it real to me is once it's disclosed and they have to give the recovered craft and the bodies and the biologics to the greater science community. Once you start having like allowing the scientists from the private sector come in and analyze it and give their thoughts and tell you, and they're not a government entity, that's what I would really look forward to seeing. And that would help me. I would believe you're going to get new eyes on it, fresh thoughts. Right now in the legacy program, they don't bring anybody in. They barely, there's only 2 physicists that have, that we know of that have ever worked on the legacy program.
And they probably don't need any other ones. They're like, oh, do you know how to do it? Yeah. Okay.
No,
give this guy the anti-aging serum and make him 102. He's not going anywhere.
Lakatsky, Dr. James Lakatsky, and Dr. Eric, I forget his last name, Eric something or other. He's like a fat dork looking dude. But yeah, they don't, and they do that on purpose because it's like they kind of want to make, they want to like crack the egg a little bit, but they also don't want to, you know.
I think, dude, you think that they haven't? Like, what is there else to crack? Like, what? You think they can't fly a anti-gravitic machine? They can't use psionics to get into a craft?
No, they can. Yeah.
So then what is there? What am I missing? What's your point?
Well, you know, I was reading something recently that I found interesting about how some of the craft works. And
Eric Davis.
Eric W. Davis. Thank you. Yes.
First Contact.
Dr.
Thank you,
Eric
First
W.
Contact.
Davis. Yes. First Contact. Very good. And so the Greys are part of the ship, right? And they're integral into the navigation of it and having it fly. So that's why
Greys are not aliens.
shut up, Faded Bones. That's why when like they crash, you hear about them like getting up and out of the craft, and they go off like 100 yards and they drop, right? Like they're it's all tied together. So when you recover this craft, or it's landed or whatever, and you can get like the humans to like get it to take off and like zip around a little bit, but they're not fully they're not like going to the bounds of what they're
not going to the
ship
edge of
is
space and
capable of.
back in
Right.
3 seconds.
Yeah.
They yes. Okay.
It's-
Good. Very good point. Yes.
Yeah.
Like we have the
It's like
TR3B
limited capability.
is anti-gravitic, and it's probably not psionically controlled. It's probably
It's like
normally controlled. you
Right.
know? Like fucking
And
steering wheel or joysticks or whatever.
and we've probably made some strides in that we're able to like do some sort of psionic ability. Maybe that's how they figured out how to turn it on. Was like maybe that was the key.
It is.
Yeah. They figured out how to turn it on with psionic abilities and our limited capability to do that. So it'd be sort of like taking a car back in time with the key in it, and then they figure out how to, after like going all over the fucking car, they figure out how to turn over the ignition, but they can't get it. Like it's in like
There's
neutral,
no gas in it.
or it's in
There ain't no
first
gas in
gear, so they're never able to go like
They don't know
like
that they can
80
change
miles
gears.
an hour, right?
That's a great
and,
analogy.
and that's like where we're at. We're stuck in first gear because we don't realize that, or maybe we do, but all of the grays are dead every time we pick up one of these things.
I'll say that. I think we have anti-gravitic, but I don't think we have interstellar shit. I don't think there's like people. There's not like a human faction of the space.
You don't think that?
I don't think
You don't.
so.
So do you think the off-world fleet thing is all bullshit?
You could be in the solar system. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not freaked
Well,
out.
I think the off-world fleet.
They're
the
not
whole
going any
thing is
farther than that.
You don't think they're making it to Zeta Reticuli or anything like that?
Fuck no, because we've talked to aliens before, and they're like, "Hey guys, we're out here. Just so you know, you come out here, shit gets fucking crazy in the alien hood. All right, don't fucking come out here, guys. You guys are in the suburbs. You guys stay over here, okay? Gets crazy over here. So we're
Charlie
like, all right,
says,
we'll stay over here.
But shouldn't we have our star consoles here, or something that represents each group of stars? They are here. Well, some people
Like-
believe that we do. They like the Federation of Planets.
That's what I was saying.
I've heard
but, like,
of.
we're not,
but
like,
I don't really put a lot of stock in it because there's
if-
not a lot to go off of.
There might be like a human ambassador. You know what I mean? There might be like a one guy that like gets to go talk to aliens and shit, and that's probably
Well, the whole
There's not, like-
off-world fleet thing comes from that guy, that British guy who was like a stoner back in Napster times, and he figured out allegedly that he could get into a back door at NASA, and when he was rummaging around in their files, he downloaded like a huge batch of their files. Jesse Michaels just had this guy on, and in those files, it allegedly had names of the ships and non-human officers. So like it would be some sort of partnership between us and not in NHI of some kind, like, tall Nordic whites or whatever the fuck, grays. But I mean, that could be something that NASA put in there as a joke because I don't know, and some fucking stoner in England. We tried to extradite him for decades before I guess that I forget how it all got settled, but he's fine now. He just like he could even travel here freely, but Faded Bones is a loser and you're his father figure. That's true. Also this. Yeah. Sorry, Faded. William Shatner is the only man for that job. 95 years old. Can you believe it? William Shatner still going strong. Shout out to, we did have a death in humanity recently that was felt far and wide. The legend himself, Chuck Norris, passed away. Shout out to Chuck Norris, man. What a fucking legend. An actual karate guy. The only fucking fuck Bruce Lee, fuck Jean-Claude Van Damme, although he did win a couple of kickboxing world belts or whatever the fuck. Chuck Norris was a 7-time world champion karate guy. So that's something. So sad. Rest in peace. Yes. All right. Let me see what else I got here for us. Okay. I got a story I wanted to talk about. Ooh, let me pull it up. I'm not gonna be able to find it now. I saw this earlier, which I thought was interesting. Faded Bones. I'm really curious to get your thoughts on this. This is a phenotype that we have spoken about in the past. That is now making the news. It involves a murder. Can you believe that?
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I think I do.
Let me.
I think I do.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna self-edit out some of the points in this news article, and then I'm gonna play you the video. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it a fun way. Okay. All right. Stop screen. All right, there we go. I'm only gonna give you some of the tidbits here. Where can I start?
I think I already know what happened based off of nothing. Can I guess?
Oh no.
Can I guess?
Okay.
This phenotype good times grandma'd some person, but to an upper echelon degree.
No.
Okay.
You'll get it when we get into it. You go, oh, that phenotype. Professional cornhole player accused of murdering someone before driving off in his Tesla. Dayton Weber, 27, was featured on ESPN, is accused of shooting 27-year-old Bradrick Michael Wells during an argument. Police say Weber was in his Tesla SUV when he shot Wells in the passenger seat. Okay. Local report from Fox 5 said. Then he pulled over and asked two backseat passengers to help pull Wells out of the car. They refused and got out of the car before calling the police. Weber then allegedly drove off with Wells' body in the car. It's completely unclear. I don't want to say that part because that'll bury the lead. It's early in the investigation, but there's no evidence to suggest anyone else was involved in the shooting and that he acted alone. Do you want to take a guess about this suspect here? Oh, don't ruin it, RG.
Is it a black person or a tranny?
Kind of. I would lump them in that same category of other person. All right.
Oh.
It's a human beanbag.
I'm a professional cornhole player. I had gotten
Is
a
he the
bacterial
cornball?
infection when I was just
Is he the
10
sack
months
that you
old.
throw?
Yeah, somebody mistook him for a sack, and then they realized this sack is throwing sacks, and he's pretty good at it, and they put him on ESPN. They definitely put him on ESPN because of how good he is at the sport, and not because he's a total freak show.
The infection that got into my arms and legs was called Streptococcus pneumoniae. They had actually given me a 3% chance of living. And the only way that they were able to save
I would have
me
rather
was
have
by
died,
getting the
if I'm being honest with you.
infections out of my system. They had to amputate my arms and legs to keep me
Amber,
alive.
he
I'm
murdered
thankful for the
somebody.
Lord and giving those surgeons the power that he did that day.
How did
to
he
be able
shoot
to
the
make
gun?
such a miracle happen.
Well, Faded Bones, a lot of people would say that he's
Inspiration
not
to me
capable of shooting a
is
gun,
a
but I
daily
think he's
drive.
handy
I
capable.
believe that God put me on this planet for one
Oh,
reason.
damn, he fucking
Everybody's
cornholed
got
that. Look at him walking on
reasons
them
for being
nubs.
here. But my reason, I feel like,
Oh, good
is
follow through
to
with the nub.
inspire other people just by me doing my daily task. I want them to have
His
the sense
parents
of,
had any
I
kind
can
of
go
sense
out
of
there
humor, they'd have
and do
named him
anything I put my
Matt.
mind to. If they say, I want to go out and become a pro cornhole player now, I want
And
them to
murder
look at me and be
somebody.
like, I can
All right.
do it.
So-
I know I can. Anybody can play. Anybody.
So a lot of people are saying, what, Faded Bones? What's your reaction to that?
He was this guy was driving and shot the guy.
Well,
was doing both?
That's in the story.
Crackadona,
did
can you imagine, first of all, being driven? This is your Uber driver. He pulls up and you're like, what the fuck? And then
Well,
he
Faded
shoots
Bones.
you.
Now, that's not all. That's not the only video I have. So a lot of people would say, how could a guy with no arms and legs shoot a gun? Well, if only there was some sort of evidence to prove that he is capable of doing such a thing. Oh, wait, here it is.
With what? Where's his how is he doing that?
I think he's wedging. I think he's wedging like the end of his tibular. Are you frozen, Faded, or did what's going on here?
My shit, everything froze for a second. All
right. Yeah, Silver Point. That was my immediate reaction too. So a lot of people are like, "Well, there's no way he could do this," but then there's a video of him doing exactly what he's accused of doing. Oh, and let's not forget that Teslas drive themselves. Oh, the fucking painting is coming together, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking right at it. I don't know how he's doing that. Is he psionic? Am I supposed to believe that he's not just making those bullets fly?
Do you think this is Iranian AI slop?
I do. I'm looking. It's not that I don't believe it. I'm looking right at it, and I don't see how that is happening. Maybe I'm just a fucking retard.
He looks so. Yes, that's the smug look of a murderous nubby man.
Does he have like fingers in there still? Like are they?
No,
like...
dude, his fucking forearms are gone. What do you mean?
How in God's name,
dude? I'm telling you, it's like some residual, like when you go like this, you can feel or a tendon or something. Yeah, it's like the tendon that used to bend his arm is like a little nubby now, and like he can wedge it in there or something. You can see his nub in there. Amber gets it. Looks AI and nubs. It's all AI and nubs from here on out.
It
guys.
is, even if looking at it, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy, dude. What the hell? Jesus Christ. Wow.
Quadruple amputee professional cornhole player accused of murdering someone before driving off in his Tesla. Daniel Weber, 27, who has no arms and legs, was featured on ESPN and is accused of shooting 27-year-old Bradrick Michael Wells during an argument. Police say Weber was in his Tesla SUV when he shot. So he was in a Cybertruck, bro? What the fuck? When he shot Wells in the passenger seat. Then he pulled over and asked two backseat passengers to help pull out the car. They refused to get out of the car before calling the police. Weber then allegedly drove off with Wells' body in the car. This nubby murderer was driving around with his victim in the passenger seat, probably dead already. What a horror show. It's completely unclear how Weber was able to fire a weapon. Not that unclear. We all just watched the video. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, that sums it up pretty nicely. What the fuck? Faded Bones wants to show something with us. Of course I gotta remove that and stage.
On count of three, we're both gonna. I can't count that high.
Say, Sheriff, was that the man who
It's shocking that this is related to what we're talking to. Just let it play.
killed my ma and pa?
No, Clancy. He just called my boots fruity.
Gadzooks.
Feller who killed your folks is sitting in a cell.
100%,
dog rustled him up this morning.
Listen, Clancy, I know you want him to stand trial and all, but I mean, look at the guy.
Stand trial? Feller can't even stand. He ain't got no appendages.
Clancy, you sure this the feller who killed your folks?
Kill me! It's definitely half the man who killed him. It appears some misfortune befell upon him since the murder.
Yeah, me. It was me. I killed him. What are you going to do about it? Take me to the gallows and hang me? Oh, man, I would so hate if you did that. I would so hate that right now.
So is the joke here that he's like a suicidal person with no arms and legs because why would you want to live?
No, the joke is that he actually killed this guy's parents and he has no arms and legs and he's just like, fuck it. I like, he's just, and it's like, how the hell did he do that? But then we have this example. It's like, well.
I think it would be really funny if they convicted the cornhole professional of murder and then they just dropped him in like a 5-gallon bucket. And like that was his prison cell or like one of those.
Have you ever seen that guy who swims with the no arms and no legs? He's like a human flipper. He swims. It's crazy.
Thank you, Archie.
It's crazy.
Who killed your folks?
I hit on their mining claim and then bludgeoned them with their own pickaxe when they struck gold. I did it. I killed them. It would suck so hard if you hanged me right now.
I've never seen this man before in my life. No!
All right. Well, thank you for that, Faded Bones. We all appreciate it. The Nubba guy plays Fortnite too? No way. Does he have what's his yeah, like how? Let's see here. So I'm not even gonna play
He's
that.
probably
It's
better
not
than you
worth-
and me too. He's probably good. Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah.
Just fire.
Kurt Metzger, by the way, was on Danny Jones's podcast just a couple of days ago. If you look in my community posts, I shared the link over there. It's fucking phenomenal, dude. If you love Kurt Metzger like I love Kurt Metzger, I've been a fan of his for years and years. This like lane where he's going full himself, which is just like a conspiracy theorist, but like all the conspiracies that he talks about, of course, are true. This is the most unhinged in a good way that I've ever seen him. And even if you don't watch the podcast with him and Danny, you gotta just look at how many timestamps there are at the bottom of the screen, because he just nonstop, he like pivots off one conspiracy theory right into the next one, and it's fucking great. You guys gotta check it out. Remove, what are we showing here, Faded?
This is the motherfucker with no arms and no legs playing Fortnite.
No way. This is his, like, for real.
You've never been
How
my
do you
favorite.
know this?
Thank you. Shout out to
There's
Archie.
his nubs. You can see his nubs, top right.
What kind of shotgun you got?
Green tech.
He can't even do the claw maneuver. Is there anything this fucking human beanbag can't do?
I see building.
Walk, be tall, be normal,
Kick a soccer ball,
not be in jail, not kill people,
not be pointed at and laughed at like a freak.
Hey, hand me that beanbag. Hands you obviously a person, but just doesn't say. Just hands you the thing. You throw it like a beanbag. Oh, let's see.
I don't know why I'm daydreaming now about if there is a like if I had an orphanage of all people with like no arms and legs, I could prevent a flood from happening. I would just lay them all down like sandbags and then leave and hope that my basement didn't flood.
Oh no! Now it flooded and they're all bloated. It didn't work.
I know. I would be
Not
so
again.
pissed if I came back to my basement where all my collectibles are and there's just a bunch of floating limbless people on top of the water. Like, no, you were supposed to stop the water from breaching the
You weren't supposed to be
shoreline.
filled with it. Oh,
yeah.
Hold on. Oh, is he gonna kill this guy? Now I got his ass.
Oh, he's
whooped.
playing
Not-
build mode too, by the way, which
This
I
was
don't
like
even-
6
which
years
is
ago.
Too hard.
No builds doesn't even exist at that point.
Oh,
but yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. We're gonna do. I forgot I saved a story specifically for you, Faded Bones. I think I have found. I think I have found Faded Bones' future wife.
Is it a man? Because that's
no.
one of my
It's an
stories.
attractive woman. She's even a politician from Brazil. Okay, I'll leave it at that. I'm
Dude, I
going to
hate
take
accents.
a pee.
I love
I'm gonna
foreign
take
women, but the way that they talk, I would rather them just speak in Spanish and have me not understand them, because I can't do the Sofia Vergara accent. Makes me want to fucking kill myself. I can't do it. But sure, let's see her. I'll just have her not.
So,
speak and she'll be okay with
all right.
that.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick musical break. I'm gonna take a pee. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna unveil Faded Bones' future wife. Okay. So we're just gonna go right to this. Enjoy this little musical interlude. I'll be right back.
You ready to burn these Epstein files? Hell yeah. Let's do it. Watch it go up. That's it. Gone forever. Good job, guys. I couldn't ask for better bitches. Thanks, BB.
Burning devotion, hide all the sins. Pizza parties buried, beef jerky wins. Hide all the names of the pedos involved. Two loyal Boy Scout Shabbos tasks to resolve. Invade a surrender. Call it a Sunday and fed you our poop. Cower and hide, our hands are still tied, and we're shabos like the goy. Bluster and hype, no action inside. A guy who likes dong, shaved Donkey Kong, and we're shabos like the goy. Back on my podcast, blowing hot air, rant about liberals, pretending I care. Trade a Brigitte, the failure's complete. Herald and come off of the pedal lead. Squat over my head, squeeze out a kipper. MK Ultra, no escape from the gripper. Chill in the office, this job is a bore. Fly to the gigs when my beard is on tour. Can't find my FBI patches, won't deplane till I've got 'em. Hockey party with the guys, like a real power bottom. Fuck Candace Owens. We talked a good game, but deliver jack shit. Same corrupt crew, flip switches for Jews, and we're shabos like the goy. FBI jet, got no regrets, corrupt as it gets. Dave is upset, and we're shabos like the goy. Shabos like the goy. Like the Shabos like the
Oh, what a fucking banger. Holy shit. Man, fucking, I love that song. Oh,
I mute it every time you play it. I fucking hate it.
Why? It's so, dude, I sing it at work.
I do have it stuck in my head though, and that's why I hate it.
It's definitely a little bit of an earworm. All right, so would you ever consider moving to Brazil for a woman?
For Cremos?
No, a real woman, like a beautiful
joke
woman.
is that he doesn't live in Brazil.
There's lots of beautiful Brazilian women.
Next time, give me a sad, pathetic chuckle, and I won't have to drag it out longer. Than
I did not make that, guys. You could find that. What's the guy's channel? I want to give him credit. My bad. Actually, Kurt Metzger put me onto that. That's on Kurt Metzger's YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, it's called Shabos Like the Goy. So why don't I just read? I'll read this as it happened. There's video. Okay. Brazilian politician Fabiana Bolsonaro performs blackface to show trans people.
No, it's okay. I got it. We can get together. I got it. You got me.
Don't you even want to know why she did it? Oh, I guess it wouldn't really matter to you.
No, I don't really care. She sounds cool. She's probably got a fat ass too. Damn.
Yeah, she is. I will say she is extremely attractive. Like there's no getting around this. So let me continue here. Fabiana Bolsonaro performs blackface to show trans people that putting dark foundation on her face doesn't make her black. Just like changing your body doesn't make you a different gender. So not only is she's beautiful, she's racist, and she hates trannies. Incredibly based, incredibly beautiful. Where are these politicians in our country? Nancy Mace is probably the closest,
president of the United States.
Yeah, dude, 100%. The incident was reportedly a protest against the appointment of federal lawmaker Erica Hilton, a trans woman. I am painted black on the outside. I identify as black. So why can't I preside over the Anti-Racism Commission, she said. Why can't I take care of this agenda? Because I am not black. She proved her point, and boy, oh boy, wait till you see this video, because she for sure is proving every aspect of this point. I'm sold. Any law that she wanted to put forth, I would get behind, right? Like this woman she should be
She's
president.
secretly an Israeli plant.
Well, I mean, it's hard
Hey,
to
it's
tell
working.
these
They're
days.
getting smart over there.
Eu sendo uma pessoa branca, vivendo tudo que eu
she's
vivi
so
como uma
beautiful.
pessoa branca. Agora, aos 32 anos, decido me maquiar.
Oh, she's doing it right
Me
in like
travesti.
Congress.
Como uma pessoa negra.
Dude, you imagine if American
Me
politicians
maquiando,
did this shit like on the
deixando só
floor of the
fora
Senate?
One of the black Senate members would
aqui,
get violent,
Eu pergunto,
and everybody would think it's
e
okay.
agora?
What if she put on the black
Eu virei
face paint
negra.
and she became violent?
Eu senti o desprezo da sociedade por uma pessoa negra
she's
que
making a
jamais
very-
deveria existir?
Very
Eu te
deep and
pergunto, você
layered
que está me assistindo,
argument here.
eu me pintando de negra, sinto na pele a dor que uma pessoa negra sentiu pelo racismo, por não conseguir um trabalho, um emprego. Eu tenho uma tia, inclusive,
All the
que
hot
antes
ones
dos
are
anos
always
90
crazy.
foi atrás de um emprego, e ela é negra.
She is a
E ela
keeper, man.
disse que na
Holy
entrevista
fuck.
de emprego,
I'd let
I
her
mean,
ruin my life
ela
for
foi
sure.
ótima. Mas
To be
aí,
fair, she should just do it
pessoal
black. She should have just gone.
estava fazendo a
like,
entrevista disse o
full.
seguinte:
Can
Just been
you
like,
imagine
Você
the
é
arguments
ótima.
with her, like
Gostaria
toasters
muito de contratar
flying,
você.
shoes, your
Mas
Lego,
você é
your
negra.
Lego
E
Millennium
aqui a gente
Falcon
não
being
it
tossed
ends with
across
your
the
dick
room?
off,
E aí
like
eu te
fucking her to death,
pergunto,
like in the end.
eu,
Like you guys are, she's throwing fucking wine bottles.
Muito
She's like,
negra agora.
what's her name?
eu tô sentindo as dores
The
de
guy
uma
who, the
mãe
chick who dated
que tem o
Johnny
filho
Depp.
que sofre tudo que
Amber
sofre
Heard.
na
Amber
rua por ser
She's like
negro.
she's like shitting on your. She's
Não
like
é
doing
isso, não é
like the
essa
most
luta.
insane shit, and then
Aqui,
she's like,
eu quero justamente mostrar.
If
Não
she did
adianta
like a
eu me
samba in
maquiar,
front of me,
eu não
I'd
sei
like
as
forget
dores
immediately
que
what we
vocês
were arguing
passaram.
about.
Não adianta eu
She could have
fingir
total control over
algo.
me.
Eu não sei
Very-
as
I think
dores que as
dancing is the
mulheres
gayest thing
negras
ever,
lá
and it's a very like
naquele evento que
feminine
tiveram
thing.
do
It's
governo
like
federal
she might as well be
sentiram
throwing
quando
her
dormiram no
period juice.
estábulo. Mas agora eu não
Oh,
sou
she's
negra.
doing the arms and everything.
Eu estou pintada
I
de
am
negra
painted
por
black
fora.
on the
Poxa, eu me
outside.
reconheço
Come
como
on, I
negra.
identify as a
Por
black.
que eu não posso, então, presidir a comissão sobre racismo
She's got nice
antirracista?
arms.
Por que eu não posso defender
If she
isso?
put that on
Por que
every
eu
day, I
não
would
posso
still
cuidar
be
dessa pauta?
enamored with her.
E aí eu venho e falo pra você, sabe por que eu não posso cuidar dessa pauta? Porque eu
She just
não
looks like
sou
every
negra.
like British
Eu
girl.
não sei as
That's
dores
how they
da
make themselves look
essência
with
que
the
essas
brown
pessoas
makeup and shit.
tiveram.
You know what I mean?
The
As
tanner
lágrimas
or
que
like the
caíram.
bronzer,
Eu não
yes.
sei o que passaram. Eu imagino com muita
I think she does,
raiva
Lou.
o que passaram, a dor que viveram.
To
Mas
Danson's
eu
daughter.
não sei o que passaram
Yeah.
na minha essência, porque eu não sou negra. E aqui,
Ooh,
agora,
easy there. This is
tirando essa
YouTube.
maquiagem, eu digo pra vocês,
Oh,
como uma
Jigga?
mulher,
Did she say Jigga?
eu sou uma mulher.
Oh, don't wipe it off until you're
Não
done.
adianta
Like, you wipe it,
se
you're gonna break the
travestir
illusion.
de
Wait a
mulher.
minute,
E não
she's
tô
not
aqui
black?
ofendendo transexual, muito pelo contrário. Eu tô dizendo, eu sou mulher. Eu quero ser vista como mulher. A mulher do ano não pode ser transexual, porque isso está tirando, por exemplo, a mulher que inventou a vacina para a pessoa andar depois de um acidente. Ela é uma mulher, mas
You know what? When she's got the black face paint on, it kind of takes away from her beauty, and she drops down to the level of the Victoria's Secret model who has Down syndrome.
alguém tirou o lugar dela para pôr
Oh,
a
so
mulher
like a
do
10?
ano uma transexual.
Yeah, like still a
Então, o que
10.
eu quero
She went
dizer
from an
aqui,
11 to a 10. I see.
Yeah.
transexual tem que ser respeitado, sim. A gente está vendo o maior aumento da história
She's
de assassinato
Brazilian, Mr. Hot
de pessoas transexuais que tem que ser
believe they
respeitado,
speak
sim.
Portuguese.
Every
Eu não quero que
single
nenhum
fucking
trans
foreign
passe por nenhuma
person's Asian
situação
to
de
him.
preconceito.
What if she
What an amazing-
painted
Eu
herself
quero que nenhum
black
trans
and then she
seja
started like
assassinado
pulling her
por ser
eyes
trans,
back like
nem seja
her,
discriminado
like doing
por ser trans. Mas eu também não
I'm
quero que nenhum
not
trans
Asian
tire
or
o meu
black.
lugar. Cadê? Não é o meu lugar de fala. Eu sou mulher.
Oh man, what a fucking heartthrob she is. My God, be still, my beating heart.
Eu
What's
sendo
her
uma pessoa
name?
branca,
Fabiana
vivendo tudo que eu vivi como uma pessoa
Bolsonaro.
branca.
Oof.
Agora, aos 32 anos, decido
Bolsonaro.
Chuck Norris, rest in peace. What do we got here? Oh yeah, guys, have you guys been following any of this? I've been seeing this pop up over and over again in different places on different
Not real.
aspects of social media that cancer is a parasite.
Oh, I told you that the other day.
Yeah, you told me that too, and then I saw it like pop up on my feed here.
Dude,
complete remissions of stage 5 cancers using antiparasitics are now being documented in the peer-reviewed.
But think about it like this: it's a microscopic. It's like a cellular parasite. It's like a, it's technically a parasite, but it's not like a worm. It's not like a fucking little creature.
So what is it now?
It's like a cellular virus. It's like a little bacterium. Ever seen like a little phage virus with the little head and the legs on it? That's what it is. It's like a little thing like that like goes and fucks up your cells. And you could go see it, but like they probably have not to even say, but
let's see what this has to say.
Showing that ivermectin has over 12 distinct anti-cancer mechanisms across 12 cancer types. A recent study implanted rats with glioblastoma brain tumors, one of the most lethal cancers in existence. They developed a nano formulation of ivermectin, administered it intranasally in the rats, and it shrunk the glioblastomas by 70% in 10 days. And so it's very promising. And we also see
this guy might have tumors on his vocal cords.
Remissions with these antiparasitics.
He should spray some of that ivermectin down his throat.
You know who used to talk about this? Fucking Mel Gibson was on Rogan not too long ago talking about how a bunch of his friends took ivermectin and it cured their cancer.
All 3 of them had stage 4 cancer. All 3 of them don't have cancer right now at all. And they had some serious stuff going on.
And what did they take?
Yeah, me and all my celebrity friends who are better than you don't have cancer anymore. Retard.
No, the friends he's talking about aren't his friends. Because I remember listening to this. One was his father. Oh my god! Yeah, but Faded Bones. He's been excommunicado from Hollywood.
That's
all right. Shut up. I don't want to. Do not fucking badmouth Mel Gibson's on this fucking podcast. Save it for that bullshit you do over there,
where I don't talk about anything.
Yeah, you just fucking listen to music or watch black people drink soda.
I enjoy myself, whereas you try to entertain people.
Yeah, I'm trying to do an entertainment thing here. No bad mouthing Mel Gibson on this podcast. That's the number 1 rule.
You just said he was excommunicated. Is that not
from Hollywood?
They took some. What you've heard, they've taken.
I know.
Ivermectin. Fenbendazole. Yeah,
he's about to tell a story.
I'm hearing that a lot.
Faded Bones would shut the fuck up.
Something or other.
There's studies on that now where people have proven that
they've drinking methylene blue and stuff.
Yeah, methylene blue, which was a fabric dye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a textile dye. And now they find it has profound effects on your mitochondria.
Yep.
Yeah.
This stuff works, man.
There's a lot of stuff that does work, which is very strange because, again, it's profit. When you hear about things that are demonized and that turn out to be effective.
I'm not saying any of this is real, but I for sure believe that there are cures for some. I think that like a lot of the diseases that ail us, that keep the healthcare systems going, are probably manufactured. Like AIDS for sure is like a CIA bioweapon. What's some other ones that are for sure man-made? That's what I just said. AIDS.
Oh, COVID.
COVID, obviously, yeah.
Fucking Lyme disease, literally Lyme disease.
The food that they feed us gives us cancer, and that's specifically tied into.
You know why? Because they tell us that it does. It's like the food that they give us is poison, and the food that they give us is not good for us. But then at the same time, if you eat a cheeseburger and you just enjoy it, versus you eat a cheeseburger and you're like in your fucking mind, you're like, oh, this is bad for me. This is poison. This is bad for me. Then it's like 100 times worse for you. Because
he won best director, right? He won something for it. He won like best screenplay or best director. I think
half of it is like placebo shit,
Yeah.
Like people, you can, and that's what I was. Do you remember the other night where I was talking like about Dr. Pimple Popper and they have those tumors that like have bones and teeth and hair in them? So your body has the ability to just
Like a
glitch out.
homunculus?
Yeah, the body has the ability to just glitch out and then reproduce. So you're telling me I knock out one of my adult teeth, can't grow it back, but I can get a tumor that just grows extra teeth in it on accident. Cool. So the body knows.
Is that for real?
Yes. The body is physically and technically capable of producing these things. It just doesn't know how to like do it.
That's
you know what I
fucking
mean?
wild.
And so
A tumor with teeth in it? Oh,
yeah,
dude.
from that point, it's like retarded.
And hair?
So like fuck, like you get yourself sick and then you heal
Anybody
yourself.
else ever heard of this? I've never.
You know
heard
what I
of this
mean?
before.
Like you'll get infected with something and then you heal yourself, and then you can also just be like, you know, you fuck your mind up and then you get sick. Or I don't feel well.
Oh
like
yeah,
there's two
yeah.
kinds
I've
of
seen it in
sickness.
person. The movie Teeth. Yeah,
With the vagina
Real-
pussy
real-
teeth.
Yeah, the vagina pussy. The pussy. Her pussy has teeth in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you always wonder, well, what is going on here? How is our medical institutions? How have they failed us?
I
so
saw that. Yeah,
that things
Those
that do
classic
cure
clip.
you are not promoted because they're not profitable.
All right. So ivermectin, guys, go out and buy ivermectin in bulk. Apparently, it cures cancer. I'm not a doctor, so don't hold me to that.
just if you ever get cancer, just stop having cancer. That's literally how you do it. Problem solved.
Oh, here's okay.
Think
I
I'm
saved
joking?
some of the legacy program people that have gone missing here. On Monday, we connected Monica Reza to General McCasland. He's the general who's gone missing for over almost 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks now. Over 25,000 of you read it when you started sending us names. Carl Grilmar, Caltech astronomer, shot on his porch. His killer's charges were dismissed 11 days before.
Oh, they dismissed the killers. You guys are free to go. We wanted that
Yeah.
guy dead. Thank you. Goodbye.
Is that funny
What?
how that happens?
What?
Yeah. I mean,
What?
What could a Caltech astronomer know? You know that they
Dude,
would really.
he
need him
looked in
dead for.
he looked at fucking Oumuamua and
Those
it waved at him and he
plates?
said, "Oh,
Yeah. Well, remember all those plates, that scientific research paper that I told you about, where they literally, it was 100,000 UFOs that they
like old
spotted,
school,
and
like
it was
picture plates, like
yes, yeah, like
They're like-
tintype photographs from
Yeah.
like the turn of the century. That the guy who ran the observatory was involved in the Manhattan Project, and then in later years he was also involved in like the early stages of the legacy program in like the 50s. The guy who ran that observatory was caught destroying these plates. Well, his under secretary or his assistant or whatever saved boxes of them, and that's what this modern scientist
You know
woman
why?
saved. And she found over 100,000 metal objects in space that all were recorded before Sputnik was in space. Which
Can I
was the
blow your
first
mind really quick?
man-made object put into space.
You remember me like schizophrenically showing you those like airship videos? And they're like, every single picture you see from the past, the sky is whited out because there's airships in the sky, like blimps and shit.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
like the top of the
That
Empire
makes total
State
sense to
Building, they have all these like tall buildings that were basically like fueling
Yeah,
towers.
the Sears
Top of the
Tower and all
tower
that.
has like a connection point to it that the blimp would connect to or
Yeah.
whatever.
I've seen those.
And so that guy who was
Zeppelins.
destroying all the plates saw like Zeppelins before, like there were Zeppelins before there were planes. He's like, wait a minute, like what? And he started freaking out. He's like, what? And there were UFOs there too. So not only is it just pictures of UFOs in the sky, like it would just be like if you took a picture of the UFO.
These are
the
in
sky.
space. These are not guys taking pictures of the sky. These are pictures of a high-powered telescope
There's
taking
thousands
pictures
of them. You
in
don't think there's
space.
like a couple of them?
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah,
it
there's
would be.
a
It would
few-
block out the lens. Do you know how a telescope works? Something in low Earth orbit would block out the entirety of what it's
They're
focused
taking the
on.
picture with the telescope.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. In space. Thing far
Before
away.
Sputnik.
Big before Sputnik. Yes. And these are
Oh.
peer reviewed scientific papers too. It's the first time there was a peer-reviewed scientific paper in relation to UFOs, and that's what all of the scientists they really have no other outcome to come to. Like, these are disc-shaped metallic objects in space.
Remember the cable,
up to
the
100,000
NASA
of
cable
them.
video that I showed you? They're sending up
Right.
the whole project was to send a cable around the Earth and to like gather ether energy, free energy. That's what the cable was for.
Well, and I have to admit, in that video that I've always dismissed as like space debris or ice or something, they look exactly like how the objects in these plates from the the paper are described.
There's like a trillion. It's like an innumerable. Yeah. It's so ridiculous. You wouldn't even. They're not like UFOs. Maybe
let's get through this list of people who've been whacked by the CIA in the past couple of weeks. Nuno Laureano. I know I'm butchering these names. MIT fusion scientist, probably doesn't know anything. Shot at his home. His killer planned it for 3 years.
Same.
Jacob Pritchard, Jamie Pritchard, First Lieutenant Jamie Gustius. All three worked at Wright-Patterson. Where have we heard that name before? Wright-Patterson never comes up in ufology. Ever. It's unrelated. Right.
Ever.
All three dead in one night. AFOSI investigating, no motive. So they're not even trying with that one. They're just like, that is what it is. 9 names, 1 institution, 9 months. Our full OSINT investigation is live. Every name sourced, every connection confirmed. Should we check it out? Well, let's take a look.
Yeah, you click that link, you're gonna get shot in the head, Crackadona.
Yep. 2 to the back of the head, self-inflicted.
Yeah, you know, when I kill myself, I'm gonna do it like this, and when I shoot myself the first time, it'll just shoot a second time. It'll just happen.
Yeah, dude, I wish I would have started with this. This is really in depth. Whoa, this is pretty crazy. Let me see here. I don't know if how much I want to get into this. So I would do an entire stream just about this. This is very interesting to me.
Oh my god, this is a fucking Metallic Man article.
It literally is
Jesus
a Metallic Man website.
Christ, dude. Wow.
The Caltech astronomer shot on his porch. The AFRL employees dead in one night. A charge dismissed 11 days before a killing in the same institution at the center of every single case. Subject pattern analysis. ARL connected casualty. Air Force. What's RL mean? I know Air Force. AFRL.
Are you sure it's Air Force?
Real quick. Yeah, I'm almost positive.
Air Force Reconnaissance Liaison.
The Dead Drop.
Rough Lesbians.
Burial.
Regal Lion.
All right.
Red Labia.
I'll do some reading into that. Somebody had they put
Air Force.
all those names into Grok.
Rickety
Grok
Leg.
made like a what do you call that? Where it's like the circles, like a Venn diagram of like all like how they're all connected. It was really wild. And I didn't save it, I guess. What's this? All right, I'll play this for your enjoyment because I'm here to entertain. If anything, I'm an entertainer. A lot of people call me a lot of things, but mostly I'm an entertainer. So we're going to take a look at this meme here and enjoy it. Enjoy, guys.
I find you, go right through walls we play. I see you, I need you every day. It's nothing, it's your life, but don't
Oh, that was great. I love that.
I bet they were spelling nipple.
Yeah, that would, or neighbor, maybe something.
Well, it was NI something.
Another big news, guys. Polymarket first reported on this. I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier. Share screen. There we go. The US government has registered aliens.gov and alien.gov. Why do you guys think they might have done that? They just did this recently, like within the past week or so. The odds are soaring. It's a 60% chance on Polymarket, up a 60% chance that the US will confirm that aliens exist before 2027.
I say no.
2027 is that year. That's that number that's been popping up for a long time. I don't put any weight into it whatsoever. But it's interesting that different people from different points of view in ufology have all been sort of touting the 2026, 2027.
Who's that motherfucker who's like, are you sure you want me to say this?
Who?
Are you sure? Are you sure you want me to say this on your podcast?
Who's
He's
that?
like full of himself, the UFO guy. He's like with the beard. He goes to all the hearings and shit. He's like, he's friends with the old guy.
Fucking Kenyon Lockerbie Corbell. Yeah. What's his first name? Fucking Jeremy. Jeremy Kenyon Lockerbie. What a pretentious asshole. He was Jeremy Corbell, and then once like the UFO shit like really like this is even after he had his own documentary out, he changed his name to Jeremy Kenyon Lockerbie Corbell. Ugh.
Is that a joke?
Ugh. That is not a joke. And I think if I
Kenyon
Lockerbie is hyphenated, by the way.
N-word.
Yes, it's hyphenated too.
What is
hyphenates?
What is he like? South
and what kind of a middle name is that? Kenyon Lockerbie.
That's like a honey. That's like a CIA honeypot like activation. Kenyon Lockerbie, like that awakes somebody's like sleeper cell shit. That's fucked. Kenyon Lockerbie is not a. That's fucked. I do not like that. I do not like that at all. This shit is fucked up.
Yeah, nothing comes up on YouTube with it, but I think he's very quietly stepped back from it too.
Is that like the Snoop Lion thing? He's like, hey, yo, I went to Jamaica for a week. Call me Snoop Lion.
He hasn't
and then he's like,
acknowledged it at all.
Please don't ever call me that again. Thank you. Go to the go up.
Where?
Again, the blue one, the blue alien one. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I disagree, but okay. How could it be a distraction when we've been literally doing podcasts about disclosure for the past like 3 years, like every week?
Because
It's
nothing's
like
come out and we're
yeah, but we're like
Crackadona,
building towards
say
it.
what you just said again, and it is the answer to your question, like unironically. Just think about it. We've been doing podcasts about this thing for 3 years. Oh, and it's not a distraction, and nothing's
Does
come
it
out
make
about
it
it.
any less true?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't, because if the problem is not whether or not you and I know and what we figure
We're never
out,
gonna get a clear answer about either of them. So
that's
it
my
doesn't-
point. So it's
well,
like,
at least from the government. This is why, like, dude, people need to figure out how to make contact. Like,
this is what I talk about with the reptilians, and you send out a late here.
it's gotta come from the people. It can't enough of this like relying on the government to.
This guy, remember the guy who?
It's
killed
just
that
so
one
like
guy?
tantalizing because they have all the answers. That's why we
Because he
keep like
thought he
going
was a
back to them.
reptilian. This guy was a priest or like a pastor at a church, and then he got attempted murdered by this guy who recognized him as a reptilian because he had been like psionically fucked with for months. And then so he goes and tries to kill this pastor guy who's just like some random guy in a church, and then he gets some place in government a couple months later. That's weird.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot about this. Buckle up, guys. Okay, so Jeremy Kenyon Lockerbie Corbell made a dog shit documentary about the man, the myth, the legend that is Bob Lazar. Okay. Bob Lazar, I believe his story. Okay. I kind of go back and forth on it, but I'm mostly in the believer camp. He's been involved in this thing called Project Gravatar for some time now, which I thought was going to be like a 3D VR experience of S4 that's been meticulously recreated. It's so much more than that, dude.
You get to sit in a fucking you get to sit outside.
No, you just put your VR headset on at home.
Fly a plane outside, and then he's like, guys, that's an alien. And then he pays the guy. You get to see him pay the guy $1,000 for flying the plane overhead. Are we talking about the same thing?
No, I just explained to you what it was. I don't understand.
I know who's the lizard man. I get all the old UFO guys.
Dr. Stephen Greer. I'm talking about
Bob.
We're
Laser,
not talking about him. Nothing.
Bob
to do
Laser.
With Bob Lazar. Yeah,
Laser.
It's a little on the nose.
Bob Laser.
Yeah, it's a little on the nose.
Yeah,
George
he's
Knapp,
obviously a fucking alien. Okay, it's
George Knapp, my favorite reporter, was the one who broke the story. He's the reason all of you people know about Area 51 and
Jeremy Corbell's butt buddy and
Jeremy
mentor.
Corbell is like his understudy, his apprentice. He's a succubus basically to old man George Knapp.
George Knapp is actually only 30 years old, believe it or not. He only looks so old as Jeremy Corbell.
I thought he was so dried out because he lived in the desert. But anyways, Project Gravatar has revealed itself to be the movie, a new documentary, that doesn't look like complete dog shit and isn't narrated by Mickey Rourke like fucking Jeremy Corbell's was, which was terrible to watch. It's so bad. Like, how do you fuck up that story? But anyways, this looks so much better, dude. This movie, and it even has a better title. Like, Jeremy Corbell's title is like Bob Lazar and the mysteries of
Bob Lazar and the alien pussies. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, Fady, you're getting a little out of pocket with the 40s. Just dial it down a little bit. I'm like struggling to keep up here. Just let's take it.
I'm gonna come to Buffalo for Disclosure Day.
Okay. Are you? You don't. All right, come. We'll go. All right, here we go, guys. I give you the new trailer for I didn't mean to do that. I give you the new trailer for the Bob Lazar documentary called simply, much better title in my opinion, S4. Okay.
Physical evidence now exists which proves that there is life elsewhere, and at least one form of that life has been here. As of 1989, that evidence was in the custody of the United States government. Between December of 1988 and April of 1989, I worked as a senior staff physicist in what has to be the most secret project in history. My job in this program was to be part of a back engineering team. This particular disc appeared to be in excellent condition, and because of its sleek appearance, I nicknamed it the Sport Model. The goal in this program was to see if the technology of the disc could be duplicated with Earth materials. To start up the reactor, of course, we need some element 115. In fact, you need 223 grams, machined into a wedge like this. The program out at S4 consisted of 3 projects: Project Galileo, Project Sidekick, and Project Looking Glass. The file on top was Project Galileo, and as it turned out, that's the project that I was part of. And that clearly referred to reverse engineering a recovered alien spacecraft.
Joshua trees, by
This
the way,
cannot be a
motherfuckers out
secret
here.
from anyone, not just the American people, but the rest of the
version
world.
The
All this
AI
stuff is
looks
something that
great.
happened to
I
us,
think
not
it's
who
cool
he
that
is.
they're using it to show him as he was.
Well,
They're
those
doing
are Joshua
everything they
trees,
can.
Crackadona. You know where there's Joshua trees? Out by me with fucking the TR3Bs and the skunkworks and the fucking.
Yeah, well, I mean, the movie takes place at Area 51 S4, so you know that's also. It's in Nevada.
To keep this
Shut up,
information
Faded.
secret.
That's empirical evidence. I saw a craft to do that thanks to him.
Now this story spills. And the world changed.
Cool! Oh, dude, I'm so pumped, bro. April 3rd, let's fucking go. That's like next month.
That's not far away at all. Okay, good. Thank God. I hate watching something that looks like that I would want to watch, and it's like 2028, and it's like, okay, well, I guess I'll just kill myself then. I'm not even gonna be alive.
No, they've
then.
already been working on this for fucking ever. Do you have a VR headset? I don't have one.
I've had multiple. I had an original one that like had the fucking retarded sensors that you had to set up all around your room to do it. Those suck. Those are a pain. And then all the other ones I had.
All right, so the long answer,
Yes.
no, you don't. Oh, you do.
Oh, I do. And then all the other ones I've had from that were wireless.
I
and
just
that's the
want
way
to
to
know
go.
if like, because this is going to come out in conjunction with, you'll be able to go on to the sport model craft, and I'd like to do that on a stream. I could probably borrow a.
It's going to be you
fucking
sitting in the
VR
chair.
headset.
Good luck streaming the fucking.
Yeah,
headset.
but I could plug it into my stream so that the stream can see what I'm looking at.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you like? Is it like a thing? Is it a movie that you can stream though, or is it going to be like a Discord or like a Kick thing? You know.
I think it's a website that you go to. And you just like, I'm not really sure. It's not out yet, so we'll
Okay,
figure it
we'll
out
see.
when it comes out.
All right,
Yeah.
true. All right.
But it's an interactive, like they have a website called Project Gravatar that you can go to, and it'll tell you more about it. Second trailer for Disclosure Day came out. Let's take a look at that.
I was
This
just going
shit
to
looks
ask you,
dope.
does that come? Is it June or July? It's 6, right? It comes out the 6th month.
I think it comes out in July. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a new theory from this website. I told you about it the other night, or from this website, from this trailer. Colin Firth's character, I believe, is us in the future, is a future human. So when you see him and he's surrounded by all of this tech, and in this trailer, you'll see that he's sitting at a table talking to a young woman, and when the camera cuts away, the young woman is not talking to anybody in the chair. And then it cuts back to him, and it looks like he's sitting in the chair with her, but his eyes are glowing blue.
It's like Terminator.
Yeah, I think they're interacting with the past. Also, in the new poster, they have the Bob Lazar sport model UFO, like 1-to-1, like the one from S4. Like there's no mistaking it. It's the silver disc UFO.
How annoying will it be if that's an ultra terrestrial craft and it's not grays
Yeah,
in it?
it may
That
be
would be
future
that would be gay.
humans. It may be something. Who knows? But again, like when you see the girl in this trailer, like this guy here that we're led to believe is current day, he has a flip phone, right? Because he's not.
I actually already
it's
don't
not
like
current
that.
day.
But so here's the thing. Okay, if it's ultra terrestrials and they're making crop circles And it's like the crop circles are a puzzle that humans have developed for people from the past to discover. It's like, how the fuck are we supposed to figure out what this means? It's what is it like a molecular?
I don't know. You're getting yourself angry about something that you have no.
No, I'm just
way
thinking
of
about
knowing.
it. I'm just like, what, like, okay, because in the trailer,
I don't even think is there crop circles in the
yes.
trailer? Oh,
Yes.
okay. Well, let's watch it. Let's take a
First
look.
one.
What did you steal?
Secrets.
Oh, he stole secrets.
Dude,
Yeah,
they
see
paid
there,
me to
that's got to be the future. That's a future thumb drive.
Are they people?
That gets me though. Are they?
Look,
people?
the crop circles right there. Boom.
Yeah, okay. But she goes, "Are they people?" And he goes, "No."
No.
Ooh,
Oh,
God
they're gonna,
damn! I
they're
love
gonna look like
Spielberg
tall
and
Nordic
aliens.
whites. They're
Let's
tall
take a
Nordic
look at
whites.
Let's. Today is today's.
They're all watching something on their phone simultaneously.
Do you understand what she's saying?
I hear her. It's gibberish. I can't understand it.
I can.
And I can.
Dude, I'm so pumped for this fucking movie.
What's happening to me?
It's like District 9. Dude, oh, pause it. Oh my god.
No, you're gonna say something racist. We don't need. to hear
He's
that.
a fucking alien hybrid, dude.
Why do you say that?
Oh, because he can understand the alien language. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you?
The guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he could
be
understand it. That's kind of cool.
he could be
It's like-
psionic. He could be an experiencer. Lots of experiencers say that they can understand aliens. They
Or
don't have
he's
to
like
be
a-
hybrids
he's a-
to do it.
Well, that's true, but it would be cool if that's the real. He's
What
like,
if he
oh,
he said he stole some information? So what if he worked in one of these installations and came in contact with an NHI?
Okay.
Maybe they.
Okay.
Part of it now. I'm just sorry they made you a part of it too.
Hello, Jane.
Here we go. Pay
I'm
attention
from
to
the
this.
future, nigga.
Look at that.
Have a seat.
Yo, this shit's gonna be dope. Those aren't really animals. Those are like aliens. I bet.
79-year
Yeah, they're presenting themselves as animals for the girl.
Oh, whoa! Hold up. We gotta go back a little bit, dude. They show footage from Roswell.
This 79-year terror camp.
Roswell, New Mexico, July 7th, roll 18. So maybe they're
All
fake.
that proves is that they're gonna ruin the Roswell thing, and it was people.
No, Spielberg, I have faith in. He's very much into it. Number 5 occupant.
Of lies has to end.
What do we?
That's the
see in
UFO that
here?
crashed.
Oh yeah, there's the disc. Yeah, the disc is like right here. Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Full disclosure to the whole world.
That truth will upend all established order across the entire world.
Can I? Oh, hold on. Can I make the movie better for myself really quick? Okay, it's not ultra terrestrials because that's. I'll accept that if that's what it is, but it's going to be really disappointing. This is just like, this is just government technology that they have. That he's avataring into like a clone of himself to talk to her, and he's not from the future, and it is actually aliens.
Well, I think it is aliens. I'm not
installation.
saying that I think it's humans from the future. I think that humans from the future may be playing a part in it, but it's definitely aliens. It's definitely non-human beings.
Okay.
You know.
But yeah, if I'm saying maybe that guy's not from the future, he's just avataring into a clone. That guy is on the other guy, the main character guy was on an installation and he like touched a craft or whatever, and now he can like understand the language or whatever.
He came into contact
whatever.
with something and it gave him the ability to discern what they're saying.
If you do this, there's no undoing it.
CIA trying to kill him. Creepy kids, classic Spielberg.
She's going into a UFO in that scene, by the way.
When the time is right,
Yeah,
everything will
you're
become
100%
clear.
right. She's being abducted. I bet you the movie starts with that. Like, wouldn't that be a creepy?
It's like
cool,
the crux.
like
That's his daughter.
drag.
His daughter gets abducted, and he's like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck?" And then
Little
oh,
girl,
shit.
creepy bedroom, just like in Close Encounters of the Third Kind with that creepy little boy, and like all the toys are going off, except she's in her room, and like the fucking deer are coming into her room, and then like she's
what'd be
like going
crazy?
with the animals, and then the mom opens the door, and it's like fucking Gray's taking her out.
Yeah, it would be crazy. So we see that scene. It's like, oh, the animals are taking her into the fairy playhouse or whatever, and then we see the real scene. It's like,
Yeah.
It's,
So it's just like when we always talk about like the regression hypnotherapy. And then like they have a memory that like they're like, oh, peace and love on earth. Yeah.
Whatever happens.
Wait, go back. That was a hybrid right there. Go back with the fat hands. That was a hybrid. Back a little more. They showed an alien human hybrid. A little more. Back a little more. Like it looked like from Splice. Like that right there. Alien human hybrid right there. That's gonna be like
Or
the
a
end of the movie.
clone. Could be a clone.
No, alien human hybrid. I promise.
Maybe. Could be.
I
Yeah.
promise.
I don't know. Does that look like a child's hand and the other
Go
one's
back.
like
Go back a
grown
little more, and
woman's
then just
hand?
watch the sequence of it with having me said that. All right.
Whatever happens, don't you let go.
Whoa. Fucking cool, dude. Oh, that shit makes me so happy. Oh, man. So good. So fucking good. All right, guys. Put fucking Disclosure Day on your fucking calendars. It's coming up. Thank you for hanging out, guys. I really appreciate it. That's gonna do it for me tonight. We covered enough. I'm probably gonna play the game tomorrow. We'll shoot for a panel. Oh, by the way, Fade of Boats, thank you for hanging out. Are you going live? Okay, thanks, buddy. Take it easy. Guys, thanks for hanging out. I'm probably gonna do a game stream tomorrow, but we could shoot for maybe like another panel later this week, or we'll cover if there's something to cover. I'll for sure jump on and cover it. Thank you to all of the channel members. If you want to become a channel member, please go ahead and do so. It's for the price of a cup of coffee. You can save this bald white African child. You could feed him for a month. Any donations are always appreciated, so thank you to anybody who donates on any of them, because this stream I'm definitely not getting ad revenue from because we played some copyrighted shit. This one is going to get smacked down as soon as I end this. So any donos and channel memberships are appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and hit that like button. And I hope you all have a great Tuesday. Take it easy. Bob Lazar picture, right? Am I stroking out tonight? What is happening to me? My brain is garbage. Squirting. It's wet. It's sliding through space. It's a post-op training. That's what I got.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Glad I could clear that up.
Dude, this should be your look all the time.
This is my new look, guys.
It's official. Dude, I love it.
Yeah, this is branding. This is I think we're going in the right direction with this podcast. No, don't do it. Don't touch the vomit. Oh my god. It's so bad. Ew, why is she doing it in a seductive way?
Bo Jackson. Trying to sound gay, but even black guys have fucking big old booties.
Yo!
Why are you checking out black dudes' butts?
Hella gay.
That was the gayest thing that.
It's gonna, it's gonna.
Hey, but them black dudes do be having big butts, though. Am I right? Give me a break.